Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another week of the All Things Protoss Team League. This is week number 4, and we are starting off with my team, Team Gemini, versus Team Eba. It's going to be a wonderful day of matches, I'm sure. I'm very much looking forward to it. And yes, that is it. So we are going to go over to the analyst desk here to break down the opening series a little bit. But unfortunately, we only have one person here currently, and it is Heroku. Hello, Heroku. Are you here?
Yes. Sorry,
Hi.
I'm barely in time, but I'm on time.
Nice. Welcome. Well, you are on time where Lock is not, so...
He's probably locking the hamsters.
You're
holy moly!
Me, you know?
We just got a huge raid. Thank you, Uko,
really?
for the huge raid of 290 people. Jesus Christ!
Oh, okay.
Welcome. Well, I guess we're gonna have to quickly explain what this is then. Hello, hi. We're doing the All Things Protoss Team League, which is the team league that I and my wonderful SC2 nerds have created for our All Things Protoss Discord server. And so yeah, we are doing that right now. We are literally just starting. I just started the stream. So yeah, that is what we are doing. So unfortunately though, Heroku is the only analyst right here right now because Lock is freaking AWOL right now. We don't know where exactly he is, but hopefully he will be joining us for the later matches in the series. But anyways, Heroku, hello, welcome. How are you feeling about this match that we had today?
I thought I was doing the second one, but for this one, I know Angraf. I've played Gorf a couple times in the past, and more recently in this team league, and the last match I also know both of the players. Yeah, this first one I don't know Rift at all.
Damn.
I know Angraf is like solid-ish Protoss. Usually plays more. I want to say plays more macro from what I remember playing him.
Mm-hmm.
So, what race is Riff?
Riff is Terran.
Riff is Terran. So so I'm probably expecting just standard PvT and like Colossus, depending on what Riff does.
Right. So yeah, actually, just by the way, because I forgot to mention it, the matches are going to be Riff versus Angrath first, which is pool 3, I think, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's lower pool than Gorf pool.
Hold up, let me open up my pool list, because I always forget.
I want to say it's pool. It's lower. It's like not the lowest one, but pool 4, okay.
Oh no, it is pool 4, no, sorry. Alright, so yeah, this is pool 4, which is the lowest pool. And then it's going to be Gort Hauer versus Mars Bar, which is pool number 2. And then it's going to be Jackie versus Deffy, which is pool number 1. So those are the matches that we have today. No captains match this week. It is going to be... I mean, they could technically play in the ace matches if we do end up having ace matches, but... yeah, there's no scheduled captain tier this week, so pool 4, 2, and 1 is what we're gonna have. So yeah, that is gonna be happening. So the first match is going to be Aang versus Riff, like we said, and yeah, like you said, that Aang is kind of like a macro beast. He really loves to just sit back and macro and make tons of freaking carriers. And I don't know. You've played for what's that?
I forgot that he was playing carrier.
Yeah. You have played him though, you said, right?
I've played him a couple of times in the past because we were about the same brackets, MMR wise, for like the in-house stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in my cheese every Protoss period that happened after Void Ray meta. So I don't remember a lot. I just remember bailing a move, and that's it.
Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, Zergs don't need to really
also,
think about anything else.
Also, just to answer Jackie, you say, "What do I sound not French?" I can do the with a French accent, but I think it's super cringe, so I don't do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually didn't even really notice what your accent was. I like only just sort of recognized what it was once it was mentioned in chat. So yeah, thank you for not being Cobble. That's really nice of you. So yeah, that is gonna be the first match that we're going into, and I believe they're both actually ready. Riff, are you in the channel? Are you Romantic? Is that your name? I don't actually. You didn't answer me, so I'm not sure. But yes, that is what we're going to be going into first. So for anyone that doesn't know, this is WTL format. So it is going to be first team to get 4 map wins. There are 3 scheduled best of 2s. Every match is going to be played. Every game is going to be played because map score does count. If it ends up as 3-3, we will go into an ace match. So yeah, that's what's going on with this one. But yeah, what do you think is going to be the overall score, do you think, of the match today?
I don't know. Ebai's team is currently topping the charts. I haven't looked too deeply to which team is doing better or worse. I feel like a lot of teams are in 1-2 right now.
There are a lot of 1-2s, yeah. Eva's team is the only one undefeated. He is 3-0, and my team is 1-2 right now. We're in 5th place with an 8-11 map score.
I think we all have overall like a decently solid team. Oh, Locklock's here for next match, I guess.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So yeah, I think it's probably gonna be close. I will give this slight edge to Eva's team because they've been doing well, but I have a lot of my friends on your team, so hoping you guys can clutch it.
Nice. So what was your score prediction? 4-3? Is it going to be an ace match? Is it going to be
3-2? I like a 4-2 would be high. 4-2 is probably likely. 4-2 on Eva's side, but if you guys win, probably ace match, which would be really cool.
Nice. All right. Thank you for your thoughts for now. Hopefully Locklock will be able to join us for the second one there. But yeah, we'll be back with you in a little bit after the first match.
Okay. See you around.
Yeah. All right. I'm getting this game loaded up here. I think. I'm up on the right server. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right. So yes, we are going into our first match, which is going to be Riff versus Angrath. Ango Pink. Right, that's Eva's team color. Eva's team color is pink, right? I totally forgot. Where do I have this listed? I have it pinned over here. Yep, pink, perfect. All right. I did it correctly. All right, here we go. Here we go. If I could rank the tier 4 players, what would the ranking be? What do you mean? I mean, they're already ranked by MMR, right? And you're at the bottom. Ha ha ha! Sorry. All right, here we go. Oh, I forgot to change my settings. Whoops. Excuse me for a moment. Nice. All right, spawning over on the bottom right side, playing for Team Eva. It is the one and only mass carrier man himself. It is Angrath. And on the top left side of the map, playing for my team, banned if we lose, it is none other than the wonderful Australian Riff. Thank you again, Ugo, for the raid, by the way. You literally just caught me in, like, right as I was, like, trying to, like, host and do things, so I couldn't really say much, but I do appreciate that at the right off the rip of the stream. We've been doing these All Things Protoss Team League matches for the last 3 weeks or so. This is the 4th week, so it's been quite fun actually to be doing these. We've had some pretty good memes. We've had some actually hilarious and close games. We've had some awesome epic matches. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yes, this is the pool 4 player match. So they are in about Diamond League, about like low to mid Diamond is what this is. As far as I'm concerned, it's like 30. It's like, oh, Angrath just lost a probe. Question mark initiated. There's by the way, there's a ping, nice. There's a $25 prize for the best BM in the series, or in the whole tournament, chosen by our wonderful sponsor, Dine Common, who also sponsored the $25 prize of the best match and the $50 first place prize of the whole team league. So he's super awesome and based for that. Bean already won that award. Yeah, we had some epic drama last week where the first game of the new replacement sub for one of the teams proxy roboed somebody and literally beat them IRL out of the game. They like rage quit all the servers and everything. It was actually hilarious. There's the best BM award? Yeah, there is. Anyways, to kind of talk about this game a little bit, it's a Twilight opener for Angrath with a Mind Drop coming out of Riff. This is something that we were preparing for because we know that Ang is somebody who is not exactly the best at dealing with early aggression. Their macro can be pretty good. Oh, Riff doesn't want to lose the Reaper for no reason. That's unfortunate. But it's because we were dealing with an Adept on the other side of the map, so it's not the end of the world. The Reaper was kind of losing its value at this point anyway. It did get a full scout of the main base beforehand, so it did know exactly what the tech options were, so that's obviously very good. But Angrath is someone that is not exactly the best at dealing with early aggression. And we did know this, so we kind of prepped to make sure that Riff was ready to give some early heat over to Angrath's side of the map. We were originally going to do Hellion drops because I casted a series of Angrath one time, literally losing 30 probes to Hellions walking past his wall. Oh my god, please don't keep losing SCVs on this depot. It's such a strange... Why do we not have a bunker? Riff, come on. Bunker, every TVP. God, these Marines are so vulnerable because we don't have a bunker. And we have 600 minerals. Okay. Larimbo Dactyl Dask was hype. Yeah. Larimbo will be joining the analyst desk again today, actually. He will be joining us for the second match. So we'll be able to get our favorite Italian back on the desk there, which will be awesome. Is this platinum? This is diamond. All right, the first running back is coming in with the mines dropping right out of it. And Angrath is not quite good enough at the splits. And he's going to get a 10 probe Widow Mine shot and get out with everything. Get out with both of them. Leave the base. Thank you. Oh! Jesus Christ. Oh, he's going to go hunting for it as well if Riff is not careful. He might still lose it, but it does not matter because it was good enough. That was a 10 worker mine drop. Excellently done. Unfortunately, again, the SCV production behind it wasn't incredible, so he's actually not really ahead on the SCVs at this point, which is something that Riff has had some troubles with in the past so far, but you know, it's something that I keep reminding him to try to work on, so hopefully it'll kick in eventually. Aang is getting his third base up and getting charge and his Roboblade to go straight into Colossus. Looks like he did manage to trap that medevac in the corner there. Wasn't in the correct spot. But we will be following it up with a big 2-base push here, as we do have the 3 racks coming up. I don't see the 4th and 5th racks. I'm not sure if Riff actually decided on if he's doing that or not. It's actually, is this No, this is 3 gates. Oh, it is 4-gate blink. He's got 4 gates early for some reason with the third base, but we've got plenty of stuff here, and the Raven actually could provide vision to damage that observer and potentially kill it eventually later. You could just throw an auto turret down and kill it, honestly. That's actually just straight up worth it. Yes, nice. Very good, Riff. No, focus fire! No, he didn't focus it! No! Riff, you... Oh, damn it. God damn it. Alright, well, there's nothing actually positioned in the main base right now to deal with a blink up, so this is potentially difficult for Riff. I would love... I mean, he literally just saw an observer. He saw a lot of stalkers. I mean, you gotta suspect that there might be a little jump up over here. I'm surprised Aang's not doing it. He's just kind of expecting, I guess, there to be a bunch of stuff waiting up here for him. Oh, this tech lab is in such a vulnerable position. I don't like that. Yeah, here come the stalkers. Shift blinking up as well, even. We'll be able to easily get a deny on that combat shields before the army is able to come on up. Luckily, Stim is all the way over here, so that's in a nice spot. The medevac does get picked up, but a couple stalkers kind of walking away for free there, so it's not free for Aang. And his macro behind it is not exactly crisp. He's not gotten his extra gateways yet. He's skipping on pro production by accident, and he's not even he's only just now getting a Colossus, so Riff has got quite an opportunity here if he does manage to keep this tank alive. Unfortunately, does get picked off, not able to get loaded up into that medevac. Or Prism got left behind. But Riff is on a pursuit of these stalkers. He does have a +1 attack lead as well. There is the third base behind it, as it is not going to be a 5 racks 2 base all in, which I honestly was kind of hoping he would have done. And it's something that I was kind of maybe pushing him to try and go for, but he is deciding instead on the macro front. But he's still got a very solid push coming up here, and only 1 tank, as the other one did get picked off. But the Raven will now just join as well, which could get a juicy interference matrix off on this Colossus. If he is paying attention to it, he will get it. Oh, he actually misclicked it onto a stalker, a bit unlucky, but he still has it alive. The lack of combat shields will make this a bit difficult to actually fully engage here once the medevac energy is able to run out here. But the battery overcharge is triggered. He would Riff should be waiting for that and just kind of going in again afterwards, as he still does again have energy to interference matrix this Colossus. Oh, a double drop going across the map as well. Aang's got his stuff left over here for some reason, but it will hopefully not notice. Oh no, Riff, you have such a good opportunity here. No, you barely lost anything. Your combat shield is done. You still have an interference matrix. I think this is a really good opportunity to keep walking across the map and to have the drop on the left side do a lot of damage here. That 4th base has got to get canceled. There's no way that's going to stay alive, right? Right, Riff is coming back across. The Widow Mine transition is interesting. I honestly would have liked to just see him keep making a couple more tanks, but this double drop over here is going to do absolute work on this 4th base for sure. That is going to get canceled easily. Riff even poking at the 3rd base as well to keep the attention over on the right side. Unfortunately loses that Raven, but he will hightail it out of there, knowing that the damage is getting done with the drop on the left side. Very nicely done. Will actually even section off some of these zealots. Riff is playing very well up in the front here, but unfortunately, again, his macro is slipping. As is the normal, you know, the normal case, but if he can at least get enough damage out on the other side of the map, then he will feel justified in his situation, but he should be picking up at this point, seeing that stalker warp in, or at least be focusing down the stalkers. Unfortunately, we'll load up everything into the weakened medevac. 4 probes were killed off. And I mean, Riff's, you know, his ideas and what he's actually doing are entirely correct, actually. Something that he's been kind of frustrated with is that his decision making is not quite there. He finds it very difficult to pick the right fights and know exactly what to do in PvT, but this game, his decisions have actually all been correct. He is attacking in the correct places, harassing in the correct places. Nice deny on the War Prism. And he's like, you know, disengaging in the correct spots as well. So like this is overall, this is quite good from Riff. He just needs to tighten up some of the execution because, you know, losing some of those units over on the drop wasn't great.
You know?
Missing the interference matrix on the Colossus was unfortunate, and then the macro back on the back end. He could be up a solid, like, you know, 20 supply right now if he was just macroing a little bit better. The scan went off, did it not? Did it not see this whole army? But he is choosing to walk on this side, but this army is extremely small from Aang. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are ghosts out already as well, but the SCV is getting a bit caught here. It's gonna be pretty bad, but the flank from Riff could spell a lot of damage here, as the Zealots have been saying, oh my god, he's mismicring a little bit there. He got a move commanded. The recall will go out though, as Aang is not confident enough to take that fight. The Zealots also get cleared up, but a huge SCV loss on the back end of it, losing 14 SCVs. But his army is just so big. Riff, you gotta know. You just killed so much, you lost almost nothing of your army. Come on, you gotta go. Your army is huge. You can easily just punch it right down the middle here. There's a single Colossus for Splash. He's making Templar, but those are four Archons, not Storm. The army of Riff is just looking beefy right now. He's going to be able to come in here as well with the army sectioned off to the left side, so he will be able to deal with these cannons and batteries for now, before the rest of the units get here. Oh, and a blink on top of the Widow Mines is going to delete a ton of those Stalkers, and so the Vikings will be able to kill off this Colossus no problem. And there's just absolutely nothing here. Riff is going to take the first game against Aang. That is absolutely huge for Team Gemini. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my god, so good. All right. I was saying before, so I was saying last week that I just, you know, despite Team Eba being in first place 3-0, despite my team only just getting their first win last week, coming into this week, I said, yes, I think, like, literally no joking, no cope, I legitimately think we can beat Team Eba confidently. I was, like, very confident. These matchups that we have for this match are very good for us, I think. And so far, it is living up to my prediction, as Riff will take the first game versus Aang. And this is very important as well, because Riff was coming in not actually as confident as I think he should have been. I believed in him. However, he was having a tough week with the practice, so getting that first map win should hopefully help his confidence a little bit here. Still entering lobby? What? That is so strange. All right, let's remake this one. Yeah, we need to get Riff to relog. His client is bugged at the moment. But yes, I'm very excited with how this is unraveling here. I am very excited. I think we are going to do well today. I simply believe things are gonna get mixed up here towards the end of the season. I guarantee it. Here's a little quick look at the standings, by the way, for anyone who would like to see. All Things Primate is at 3-0 in first place. I am with Band if we lose all the way towards rank 5 here, but it is all very close. These 3 to 6 are all super close. It's like literally it's all map scores. It's just +1, -1, -3, -4. Proletariat was literally in 3rd place last week and then just went straight down to number 6. And Alternate Reality also was in last place and went right up to 4th. So there's a lot of stuff that could happen. It is not, it's not all set yet. As we are getting Mr. Riff back in here. Monkey Team and Cobble Moment being top 2 makes too much sense, yeah. But Cobble Moment is not actually the real name. It's just because Liquipedia doesn't let you enter a team name called the Shitpost team. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Into game number 2. Alright. Spawning on the bottom right side, it is playing for my team, also known as Riff, or Taco Emissary, or Romantic. It is Riff. And on the top left, it's the person that actually uses just the same frickin' name in all of his things. It's Angrath in Discord, it's Angrath in SE2, it's Angrath. Love when people just have the same name in everything that they do. Unlike apparently 90% of the players that are playing in this frickin' team league that just have 5 different names for every goddamn profile they have on the internet. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. Riff! Oh my god, is he doing it? Jackie, is he doing it? Did we persuade him? Is it gonna be the Cloak Mine Drop on 1 base? Oh my god. So me and Jackie have been trying to get our Terran players, Gort and Riff. Well, we did successfully get Gort to do it, and then we realized that was a mistake because he literally only knows how to make Cyclones. And so now we've gone back on that and said that, okay, you can just keep making your Cyclones, Gort. But Riff, we have tried to persuade him to the way of the Cloak Mine Drop, as it is just one of the most absolutely busted Terran openers. But Aang is actually going for a double gas on 1 base with a Cyber before Nexus. A bit strange. I wonder what Riff is going to be thinking seeing this, as this is definitely out of the ordinary for him. Seeing the fact that there is a Nexus should kind of ease his mind a little bit, though, because it's not going to be super crazy. Oh, he's just expanding. Never mind. Okay, never mind. False alarm. I actually am not excited anymore. Alright. It was just a joke, but Angrath didn't scout anyway. Wow, imagine... Oh my god, he's going Stargate as well. Oh, Riff, if only you did it! Oh my god, it would have literally been a free win. Literally would have been a free win. A Cloaked Mine Drop versus a Stargate in Diamond? No shot that loses. No shot a Diamond Protoss can defend a Cloak Mine Drop spam with Stargate units. Let's be honest. It's gonna be a Phoenix too, isn't it? Oh, it's an Oracle. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Thankfully, Riff has remembered the bunker this time. Oh, I forgot to mention that to him as well, but oh well. Looks like it pays off in dividends here, as Aang was not paying attention and lost his first Adept for free, and is also not rallying probes at his nat. Things starting to fall apart here for Aang quite early. As it's going to be nice. It is the Hellion drop. Okay, cool. Nice. This is still okay. The other thing that Aang was quite difficult, or quite bad at dealing with, like we mentioned, was early Hellions, and the Hellion drop can be quite decent at getting those into the base. Does want to keep the Hellions hidden a little bit, so the Marines will come and deal with this Adept, but sadly does not move the Mule away. Could have easily dodged that last Adept shot there, but did let it die. But the third Adept even is going to walk in here. A bit risky for Aang. He's losing a lot of his early units here. It's going to make it very difficult to deal with the Hellion drop that will be coming his way, because he's going to have... Oh, actually, there's already an Oracle in the base, which is not good for Rift, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, and 2 Marines also don't deal with it. Where do those Hellions go? Okay, running the... Oh, he's doing the Hellion 6 Marine thing. That's right, he does... This is the thing he likes to do. So a good opener so far, but I don't think Angrath realized that there are Hellions out on the map. So, the Oracle also does not notice it, so they are not being brought back to deal with the Hellions, and 5 Hellions cannot be killed off by just 2 Stalkers alone. 6 probes already getting killed off, and there's gonna be plenty more where that comes from. The Oracles are getting recalled, but the probes of the Nat simply don't know where to go. 13 in total. And somehow Riff is still not ahead in SCVs. God damn it, Riff. Just make your frickin' SCVs, would ya? Holy shit. Just queue them up if you have to. God damn it. Oh, the Marine drop in the main base also is actually going to do a little bit, because there's no reason you would ever expect that. But the double Oracle back at the other side is going to be completely undefended here. So that is going to be quite troublesome to deal with. I really don't know what Riff is waiting for with this medevac drop over here, as the 2 Oracles getting in for free. Oh man, this is gonna be some bad damage. This is an absolute clown fiesta. Going onto the tank is strange. Alright, now the Marine drop over back in the main. Trying to even up the probes even more. Only 2 Marines got dropped out for some reason. Dude, this is an absolute fiesta of a match. Oh my god, there's a Liberator! The Nat 2! Oh my god, Riff is nuts! Unfortunately, loses the medevac with all the Marines in the main base, but this Liberator is just going absolutely haywire. Holy crap. 23 probes! Please leave with it, Riff. I mean, I guess it's done its damage, but it would be nice to just keep it alive. Oh my god, got another one too. And after all that, we are now almost about even on probes. Holy moly. But the Oracles are still alive, which is a big problem here. He's gonna go right onto the tank. The Marines are here. There is a Viking as well, so that's nice. Unfortunately, no SCVs got pulled to help repair that tank, but the Viking being out will really help to continue and keep Riff in a good spot versus the Oracles. Third base did finish up for Aang though, and that is scouted by Riff, so he doesn't know that. So that third base will help Aang get the SCV, or get the probe count back up quite quickly. The fast charge is a good decision, as it's going to make it... Oh wait, he also has blink already, never mind. I thought he did not have blink. Never mind, it's just good to get charged. Charge is just a good thing to invest your money in. Stasis wards are a good decision as well though, I do like that. Problem here for Riff is that his stim is unfathomably late. Combat shield as well. So after all of the ridiculous crazy amounts of damage, we're basically just dead even. And without much opportunity for Riff to actually walk across the map. I would hate it if he walks across the map right now. I would literally hate it. At this point, he really just needs to sit, get that third base. Yes, very good. Third base up, continue to deny these Oracles so they can't get any more damage. Likely, or preferably kill one would be nice, but just barely getting away there. Get everything up, get our stim and combat shields, get our third base set up, not get supply blocked for all eternity. And then we can power up and go later. As it will just be a gateway man situation for Aang, and I'm not quite sure how good he is at that style. I feel like he's generally someone that does like the tech units. He's more of a robo player and then even a late game Stargate carrier player, as I was mentioning earlier. on the desk. So I've not really seen him play Gateway Man style, and the fact that his Forge is only just going to be finishing very soon here, it's going to make it also much more difficult. Oh no, Aang, I don't really know if I like this attack right now.
Thank you.
I'm not quite sure of this. I would love just a scan at the third base to see the army, because this is a formidable army. Charge is finished. The revelation will make it easy for Aang to be able to properly position against this army. I would love it if we just make sure we have this third base set up. Third base set up, SCVs transferred, orbital made, you know, before we go with the attack. Because last game there was a little bit of unfortunate, you know, it was a little late on the back end there. I mean, this fight is, yeah, this is not what we want here. Our upgrade isn't even done. The Widow Mines were not burrowed yet. We walked some stuff into a stasis ward. The Vikings are going to go across the map, though. Should be able to get some good probe damage, so that will be nice at least. Recall is actually used to help defend against them, which he could easily avoid. Nice, that's just a wasted recall. And the two Vikings even will be able to split off to the natural. Should be able to get a couple probes before they're killed off if he focus fires them, which he will not. But these other two up on the top left will come back on another day to do some damage. That's nice. Rift finally getting its SCV production back up, though, is good, and the Ghosts will be coming out soon as well, which will help versus the Templar, but if there is something that Riff absolutely hates, it is Storm. Oh, the Oracles! Riff is not paying attention either! What the fuck? Okay, thank God. I mean, they should both be dead. Oh. Aang is feeling confident enough to go up for it even as well. The Ghost is not quite in position to help EMP. Although there's not actually any Templar. Oh my God, the Vikings came back and are getting split up even. Oh my God, this is extremely frustrating for Aang to deal with. Holy shit. 16 probes from those two Vikings, and both of them will escape. Very nicely done, Riff. That was excellent. That was insanely good. Holy crap. Scan on the fourth base, we'll be able to see that. That's very nice. And this Oracle is likely going to die if we just move our units. God damn it, Rift. Oh, I just want those Oracles to die. Holy moly. Anyways, very good harassment. Aang is having a very difficult time dealing with this multi-pronged harassment. Anytime he's out on the middle of the map and something comes back and tries to poke at him, it is very difficult for him to deal with. And now there is a fresh fourth base clearly exposed here. The mines are not quite burrowed, so they're not going to get on top of those charge lots, unfortunately. I do not want to see a commit here from Riff. I would love it if he just backs off, kills these zealots, and runs away. Please run away. Do not engage this anymore. There's a storm right there! No! It's some reason not getting targeted. What the fuck? Aang, why didn't you put your storm out? Hello? I'm so confused, actually. We can get an EMP, even. What? We EMP'd the left side. We gotta... Did he not get Storm? Oh, he does have Storm. Why did he feedback? What is Angrat doing? Oh my God, he's absolutely... Oh my God, he's just thrown the game out the window. Riff's army is massive right now. And there's literally nothing on the ground. Oh my God, the Widowmine shot dealing a huge amount of friendly fire, though. But here come the reinforcements. We'll be able to get those burrowed off, but the storms are finally here.
I love Gemini, you know?
But, I mean, that's literally all that is here, is the rest of the gateway units are also going to get killed off. Riff! Riff! Looks like he's done it. He's up a whole frickin' almost 100 supply. Aang just absolutely fumbling at the end there. Losing to those couple Viking harasses, and then, for some reason, not throwing down his storms with the Templar that had the energy for it. And I mean, Riff is going to be setting up another base here. He's rallying all his stuff together. He's just making sure that this Warp Prism will get dealt with. Would love to see him continue his upgrades, though. Which is usually something he's very on top of. Seems I'm watching my replays. Well, are you Diamond League? Because maybe you are. Sangrath used grid? No idea. Riff is now cycling back up to the top over here. I mean, Aang's army is just atrocious. I mean, there's not even a Templar with anything here. How in the world could you possibly fight against this army with what Aang's got right now? I really couldn't see it. Scan coming in. The random Widow Mines from the other side of the map have finally been remembered about and will just die, but it doesn't really matter when a huge EMP is going to go off on every single Templar, thus again denying the fact that there will be any storms in this game, and a massive win for Riff as he will 2-0 Aang to put Team Gemini up on a solid scoreline to start off this series. I absolutely love to see it. Oh my god. How is T considered balanced? That is some dog shit. That is some massive cope, my friend. Balanced whining in a Diamond League match is not allowed. Oh my god. So sick. So sick. Alright. Hold up. Very well done. I'm now going to be moving it over... Hold up.
Mid to like
to the analyst desk.
Balance.
Hello,
Like,
my analyst desk.
Hello, my
Hello.
analyst.
Welcome, Lock. Glad of you to join us.
Yeah, sorry for the
remote
delay earlier.
Yeah, that's fine. So yes, some good play out of Riff will secure himself a 2-0 for Team Gemini. What did you think of the game, Soroku?
Well, what I expected. It's like macro. We saw Colossus, and then the Terran was just better, kind of.
I mean,
Just mechanics diff.
Mechanics diff. I mean, it felt like it was like multitask diff as the harassment out of Riff throughout both of the games. I mean, even out of Aang was also in the second game quite you know, it was just all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lock, you came in a little bit late, but I imagine you saw the games. But what did you think of the non-stop harassment from both sides there?
I feel like, especially for the Terran player, Romantic, the moment he got going, Angrath kinda struggled a little bit to keep up, and then he bled a bit too much, and then that resulted in the loss. I feel like Romantic did not look that strong. He looked like an off-race that he didn't really play that often. It's just, as Haruko said, like mechanics diff at the end. And then he was able to run circles around him. And like the moment you let a drop in, we all been there. Like the moment you let 1 or 2 drops in, he's just stuck there forever. And even like a diamond player can feel like fucking marrow there. Yeah.
Wow. Some very high standards we're putting this pool 4 on here, guys. Wow, incredible.
I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of the messy macro diamond game.
Yes. It's very entertaining, to say the least. Those are definitely the most fun to watch. What
Plus,
about...
you have to remember,
What's that?
Angrath beat Cobble in PvP, so his macro is...
Yeah, that is true. That did technically happen. But anyways, the second match that we were going to be going into is going to be, I believe, Gorthauer, yes, versus Mars Bar is what it is going to be. What are you guys thinking about that sick matchup that we're going to be having?
I only know one thing about Mars. He plays one base form host. And I have to say, as a rogue fan, one base form host doesn't exist. It's a garbage build. You should play 2 base form hosts because it's actually good. Well, it's not good, but it's way better.
Lock?
We're talking Masba versus Defi, you said?
No, Mars versus Gort.
Versus Goth. Is Goth playing Terra?
Yes. Yes, it is not. The matchup
Okay.
MMR difference is not high enough to warrant an off race.
Well, then that is pretty hard, because then I think what will happen is exactly what happened against Haruku when he faced Goth. And it's if the macro game happens, the MMR diff will prevail. But if Maos can pull something cheeky like the night this Haruku did, then there is hopes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say pretty much this.
Yeah, I believe that is a decent analysis. That yeah, it's going to be kind of up to Mars here to try and pull some tricks. So are we? What are we thinking for a score line here? Is it going to be a 2-0 either way, or are we getting a draw here? Hiroku, what do you think?
1-1 is most likely.
Okay, Lock.
Like, well,
sorry.
I'm gonna say 2-0. If my boy Goth plays solid, he's gonna take it.
Nice. Sorry, Hiroku, you can finish your thought.
No, I was gonna say 1-1 because the most likely thing to happen is game 1 either cheese or macro, and then the game 2 you change strat because it didn't work for one of you. Like either Gorf is gonna be more wary about cheese and then clutch the game 2, or Mars Bar loses game 1 trying macro and then tries cheese game 2 and loses, or like
Right.
wins because that's the only thing that works, kind of.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see exactly what ends up happening. Thank you guys for your thoughts. I'll be back with you guys in just a little bit after this series. All right. So these next two matches, unfortunately, could not get played, or they could not be scheduled to be played live, as is the issue with playing, so many different players from so many different regions all at the same time. It can be hard to schedule, so some of the matches are played ahead of time to accommodate everyone's schedule, so we can actually get everything played each week, and so that way we can actually wrap this shit up in a timely and organized manner. So we are going to be going into replays, and unfortunately Gordhauer has forgotten the colors, but thankfully Marsbar did, because Marsbar is extremely based. So that will be only slightly obnoxious, but regardless, hopefully it won't impede on the stuff here, as I remember to change this as well, because I'm on a different account now. There we go. All right, cool. Wait, are the settings the same? Yes. Okay. Anyways, here we go into our next match on the right-hand side of the map, playing for Team Iba. It is the one and only Marsbar. And on the top left, the Cyclone Master, it is Gordhauer. And yes, we are going to be having a TVZ in the All Things Protoss Team League. This actually is a very cool thing that's happened here, is that we actually have a decent amount of Terran and Zergs who signed up. And so it's not just literally PvP nonstop. We've actually had a decent amount of non-PvP. We only just had our first match that was all PvP last week. Out of all the series so far, only one of them has been every single match being PvP, which is good, honestly. Makes it more interesting, as we were kind of expecting it to just be a bunch of PvP. But yep, regardless, because there's no Protoss, I'm going to know less and less about what is actually happening. But what they were saying on the desk, Lock and Hiroku, is indeed correct. That Marsbar is someone that loves to go for early aggression. He is definitely a cheeser. He likes his gimmicks. And so it is kind of going to be up to whether or not he can pull something off that does trick Gordhauer up and make it more difficult for him to go for his normal Cyclone stuff. So that is basically what we're going to be waiting for and what we are going to be looking for, because Gore is 100% just going to do his same old Cyclone Hellion battle mech. 2 factory, Blue Flame Hellion first, into Magfield, Cyclone Hellion. And if he doesn't, I am going to be having harsh words with him later. Oh my god, he blocked! Oh man, he blocked the extractor trick to try and save the drone. Gort, damn, that was fucking sexy as hell. We'll be able to kill off a drone and deny the third base for just a little bit here. And we'll be able to get into the main base and pop some drones around and then get on out of there. There's the 2 factory, as per usual. Oh, dude, Ang, I was wondering what the hell that double gas opener was. So that was just a mistake. Makes sense. I was literally so confused. I was like, wow, it's gonna be a 2 gas opener, but he just expanded anyway. I'm very curious as to what's going to happen here. Yeah, a bit unfortunate, I guess, Sang had an off day. Beating Defi in practice, though, is pretty sick, not gonna lie. Surprisingly, we've got nothing weird coming out of Mars just yet. He is going for that early Baneling nest, which is honestly a questionable decision, given the fact that there's going to be a insane amount of Hellions coming out of Gort. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to... I mean... maybe mass... I mean, oh, it's so... What do you even do as Zerg against Cyclone Hellion? It's like... The Hellions are going to deal with a mass Ling Bane strat. The Cyclones deal with a Roach strat. Oh, these Hellions are even going to get in. That one red one is not going to get focused down even. Oh, only just now does it get picked off. The second one will die, but 6 drones in the start. Already a bad opening so far for Mars Bar here. There is the factory getting floated over to provide high ground vision as well, which will become very annoying once these Cyclones hit the field. And there's that third base even getting put down for Mr. Gort. You go Roaches off 52 drones and early-ish Burrow. Interesting. Maybe you should have told your player that, Iba. Oh, yeah, the Burrow can cancel lock-ons. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. True, I should have told Mars this, yes. You are a bad captain. I am a such better captain. Lol. 28, almost 28-year-old, better than a 13-year-old. Who'd have thought? Oh my god, that scan barely doesn't see that tumor. Well, the first aggression with the Cyclone Hellion is on the map, and it is going to kill off this 4th base. Oh, literally kill it off. Does not get a cancel. And the Queens are also going to get jumped on here, as there's no other units around. I'm not quite sure where the units actually are. Oh, they're over here. Going for a flank, and they will actually get a successful flank off and trap a lot of these Cyclones here. A pretty nice move from Mars, honestly. Gets quite a few units here, and the next oh my god, the next amount of Lings also traps everything. Holy shit, Mars! God damn, I've never seen such sick play out of Mars before. It was actually nuts. He even got on top of the Cyclones as well, so it wasn't like the Hellions could just clear the Lings right in front of them. The Cyclones were getting stuck behind everything. That was literally perfect. The perfect scenario for Mars Bar. Although this is not the perfect situation at all. Although there's not that many Hellions quite right now, but again, this is wasteful, to say the least. Infestation pick coming up. Swarm? Is this gonna be Swarm Host? Or is he trying to just fast tech to Hive? But I'm not really sure what a fast tech to Hive would do versus Cyclone Hellion. I mean, unless he wants to just sprint to Broodlords, which would be insane. But this feels like it's gonna be Swarm Hosts, no? Vipers? I mean, what do Vipers do versus Cyclone Hellion? It's like trying to abduct single Cyclones or like Blinding Cloud? Infestors? I feel like, I mean, like Swarm Hosts are like a natural, like that's what people get versus Mech, isn't it? And I mean, you have a lot of Locusts as well, but the problem is that the Cyclone Hellion is just so fast that it's going to be hard to actually get the Locusts on top. But if you can, then it's like there's too much for the Cyclones to lock onto and shit, right? But I mean, this is just becoming so freaking annoying to deal with. Holy crap. Did Gort lose anything in that engagement? I don't even think he did. As the roaches are only streamlining out here. Mars is having a tough time. He did have a really nice surround versus the initial units, but unfortunately that was after he already lost a 4th base. And wasn't really able to drone up very much either, so he's been kind of stuck here. With this follow-up that is not very well fueled by a healthy economy. Gord Howard's way of playing makes me want to proxy every single Terran in the NSSC2. Nice. Some more roaches are coming on up, but they are getting immediately deleted as well. I feel like Gord needs to slap down a couple more factories right now, as he's already dealt quite a bit of damage. It would be nice if he could rotate over to the top as well and deny this creep and maybe even challenge the 4th base again, as he's not making as much headway on this 3rd anymore. But he has got himself a pretty solid lead with the SCV count. And Mars, honestly, I don't know why he keeps trying to overextend like this. This is not the play right here. You can't really move across the map versus a highly mobile, much larger Terran army here. He's trying to get on top of the Cyclones, but I mean, it's so hard to jump on them. I mean, the speed of the roaches on the creep is obviously very good, but every single time he tries to dive forward and snipe one, a bunch of roaches are getting picked off on the retreat. Have you heard of Gort Hauer? He's a StarCraft 2 player who's absolutely nuts about Cyclones. I mean, the guy is obsessed. He doesn't just use them in every game, he builds entire armies of them. And you know what? It works. He's not just some one-trick pony either. Gort Hauer is a skilled player who knows how to use Cyclones to their full potential. Watching him play is like watching a mad scientist at work. That's an amazing pasta. The roach counterattack from Mars could be a bit deadly, but it looks like it's actually a roach flank, but never mind, nope, he's running away. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Well, Mars has somehow lost the army. Oh my god, and they're just gonna insta-lock onto that hatch and delete it off the map. That's insane. The roach flank! We'll be able to kill off quite a few units here, though, as the lock-ons were already used on that hatchery, so honestly, the best of a bad situation for Mars there, but again, it's still a very bad situation. Gort maintains an army supply lead, and is now even going to be up a base against the Zerg, and if there's anything that I know from watching years and years of Tasteless casting this game is that you never want to be behind on bases as a Zerg player. As once again, Mars Bar is trying to walk across the map off of creep versus an army that is much faster than him, and honestly benefits to getting the benefit of Cyclone Hellion is that it can retreat and still deal damage for free. I mean, this is a slow burner here for our man Mars Bar. Hello, the Rimbo. I'm excited to have you back on the desk in a little bit after this series is over. Oh man, even the Cloakwood mines are already out now, which is going to make it even more difficult. Oh my god, these roaches are just melting away. This is indeed a bit painful here. As the GG will be called, and Gord Hauer... Oh, it's gonna put Gemini on match point. Oh, you love to see it. And all those people last week were calling me cope. Saying I was coping my mind out when I said that it was possible that Team Evil would be getting slapped down this weekend. I mean, we're not quite there yet, but I mean, holy moly. Things are looking pretty good, not gonna lie. I am not going to lie. Give me one moment. Time to go into the next game. Did I miss Lock? He is going to be on the analyst. He is still on the analyst desk. We'll be getting back with him a little bit. Alright. On the bottom right, maybe needing to come up with something a little bit more tricky to try and punch Gorthauer out of this series. It is the tastiest of names in all StarCraft, Mars Bar. And on the top left, fighting now to make a clean 4-0 for Team Gemini going against All Things Primate. The #1 in the league who has not dropped a map yet, or a series yet, it is Gorthauer. Dude, imagine a world where my team 6-0s the #1 place team right now that has not lost a series yet. Just imagine. All you guys were fucking posting your dumbass memes. Oh, banned if we lose. Gemini sucks. Fucking, oh, banned if we lose. They lost. Looks inside Discord. No one's banned. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm so funny. Ha ha. My memes are so original and funny. Ha ha. Oh, I'm so. Please give me attention. Ha ha. Imagine. Imagine if we just slapped down the fucking first place team. Whew. Gorthauer's got a sneaky little SCV on the top of the main base here. Gonna be going back in for a scout, which will be very good, as there is a fast roach warren getting placed down by Mars, as he will be trying to go for something cheeky, and Mars has not quite noticed that this SCV has made its way back into the main base. A very slick move from Gort, knowing very well the tendencies of Mr. Mars Bar, and will be getting a swift scout onto that roach warren. Unfortunately, almost losing the Reaper in the middle of the map. That would have been an extremely bad situation for our man Gort. See. But unfortunately, Mars Bar will then now be losing every single one of his early lings. And luckily, Gort as well, reading into everything, has brought his command center to the top of the base as well. Has not bothered to try and expand with it on the low ground. And is even going for extra racks as well. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it that, I mean, I'm not quite sure what Mr. Mars Bar is gonna be doing here with these couple roaches and couple ravagers to try and get up this ramp, provided that a couple of units actually do get into this bunker here, as there's currently only a single Marine. The Reaper is out in the middle. Oh my god. Gort, no, what? What? I mean, did he see it beforehand or something? Was there another SCV? I mean, he obviously knows that it's happening, but it would have been nice to know exactly when these units were getting here. As he will now see it, but needs to bring that Reaper back so it can drop some grenades. And the Overlord will help to give vision here, so that's actually going to be very annoying, as the Marines in the bunker are not able to actually defend this. We'll have to micro them in and out. And also needs to be careful of the Biles, as Gordauer is not quite doing that. I'm not sure what he's doing, actually, as there's literally nothing else to look at but this base. And so he's lost his front depot so far. But a lot more damage is going to have to be done by Mars if we want to end this game in a swift fashion here. Because Stim is going to be on the way. We've got Marauders already coming out. We've got a factory and starport already done with a second command center ready to get lifted off to the natural. And Mr. Mars Bar is only on 28 drones, just now getting his next round of them up to 34 now. So the little pressure will be dissuaded for now. And I'm honestly quite interested
Gemini,
in the response, though, because I feel like, yeah, I feel like Cyclones are honestly not bad in this scenario. Like, you literally, like, once a Cyclone is out, there's nothing that Roaches can even do. But Gort, we're going to be seeing a very rare macro Gort bio game, which is very interesting to say the least. Mars Bar is just trying to get all of his dronies up, since he has sacrificed a lot, obviously, to do that early push. I wonder when this layer will be coming down, as he's got quite a few resources ready to drop it, as we're going to need some extra tech and some extra upgrades going into this mid-game here if we want to stay on a Roach Ravager-based army. The double medevac drop will get sent across, but there is a Ling properly scouted onto this watchtower, which will mean that this is scouted off pretty early. And Mars is fully aware of it. Mars's vision is honestly great. He's got Overlords all around the map. He's got both watchtowers, Zerglings in very key locations. Very good job for Mars Bar to make sure that these drops get as little damage as done as possible. But Stim is ready. And it's going to be a bit difficult to get on top of these stimmed bio units. The Lings do get shredded off, but there's plenty of Queens, actually, to help contest the medevacs there. So it will force Gordhauer away for now. Unfortunately, he has forgotten combat shields, which is an incredibly important upgrade. Oh my god, double eBay, whoa. So, yeah, for someone that, you know, this is someone that makes Cyclones every game, and they've forgotten combat shields when they're finally going bio. Not exactly the greatest thing you want to see. Yeah, that is indeed a bit troublesome. We'll be killing off these rocks to allow a shorter pathway over to the third base here. I like the part where Gort said, it's Cyclone time, and then he's cycloned all over the place. It's so funny. Alright, Gort's trying to push on into this third base here. He's got his double tanks set up, and they are not in a position that can get killed off at this point, as there is only one Ravager. Units are getting picked off pretty easily by Gorthauer, despite the fact that he does not have any combat shields. Takes a decent fight, loses the forward tank, which will make it a little bit difficult to continue this siege up, but as long as this is denying drones from Mars, this is a good situation for Gorthauer. Alright, he's bringing SCVs to help repair and maybe make bunkers, which is actually strange. The orbital is actually getting floated over to the right side third, not the triangle one. As the Lings on the counterattack will be able to deal with some of these Marines and SCVs, which is pretty good for Mr. Mars. Actually, that's all of the reinforcements for now, so this is going to be very annoying to deal with. Nice surround, though, with the SCVs. Actually deals with that much better than I expected. Not quite sure what these SCVs at the front are doing just yet. It looks like it was a mistake. Whoops. Stimming up, I mean, Banelings are coming into the fray now as well, which is going to make this even more difficult for Gort, considering the fact that he has still forgotten that combat shields exists. And, I mean, this is now looking quite good for Mars, I would say, as he has been going full-on into the army production instead of drones. As we get another raid, my god, thank you, everybody. Jesus Christ, this is insane. Thank you, Prometheum, for the 200 viewer raid, that's very appreciated. And Mars Bar is looking like he's going to punch it through into the natural here if he can just get a couple more reinforcements over here, as the Ravagers will get a bit... oh my god, the biles are insane. The Ravagers will die pretty quickly if there's no support there, but the Lings did bring their support over. Will be able to help out a little bit and kill off 13 SCVs. A very good counterattack from Mars Bar. There are 3 CCs though. So that could technically still... Oh my god, we're gonna have frickin' Gort, no way. We're getting fucking concussive shells finished before combat shields? Are we serious? We remembered concussive shells. But not combat shields? Like, what? Cyclone user moment. Am I the new GSL caster? No. State is. State already has a visa to be a caster. So there's... And I am a full-time teacher, so there's no real reason for me to be the new caster for GSL. Thank you so much, Prometheum, for your raid. This is for anyone who has no idea, because it's honestly something that you wouldn't really know about. This is the All Things Protoss Team League. It is something that I have made in my my Discord is made for the All Things Protoss Discord server, which has been a very fun little friendly community league that we've been doing for the last couple weeks. And this is week number 4 in the first match of that week, and this is my team playing against Team EBA, with Mars Bar now funneling into the natural here, with quite a few units, but, I mean, honestly trading a bit inefficiently, as a lot of the units did get killed off for only 4 SCVs, and again, Mars Bar is essentially all in with this, as he is only just getting a 4th base up. He's on 47 drones. He is only just now getting some extra upgrades and tech for his lair tech. The problem persists, though, that there is no combat shields for these Marines. And we're about to have +2 Banelings on the field very shortly. And they do have speed as well. I would really love it if Gore can just remember that that is indeed an upgrade. That is very, very useful, to say the least, in this matchup, and this game, and this race. I can't believe he remembered to get fucking concussive shell for his 4 Marauders instead of combat shield. Finally! Oh my god! We finally have combat shield getting made. Mars Bar is trying to go for a Zergling Baneling counterattack, but there is a wall set up and Marines in position. but it will still break on through, and the SCVs are not quite getting pulled away! Oh no! They're gonna get choked up on the tanks as well when Marsmore is not A-moving for some reason! But there we go anyway! Wow, that was the most anticlimactic and long-winded Lingbane harass I've ever seen. Hello, other people that are joining my chat. Let's not talk about the other streamers' ban and policies in my chat, because that's not where it happens. Gord's getting a bit caught off position here, though, as the tanks will get easily dispatched of. The Marines are left alive. Finally, now with combat shields, will make it definitely a lot easier to contest with this Ravager force, and it's actually going toe-to-toe really well. These Ravagers absolutely melt. This is what I was talking about. Once there's no support for the Ravagers, they will just absolutely pop like balloons. Just like this insane Overlord field. Holy crap. We just lost like 10 Overlords, but somehow Mars has still got 100 out of 142. How does Mars have that many frickin' Overlords? I'm astounded he doesn't have a max supply of frickin' 60 right now, with how many Overlords just died. But I mean, this is just a death push right now for Gord. He is feeling the momentum after an incredible fight. The power of combat shields, man. What can I tell you? The power of combat shields prevails as he's knocked Marswar back down to 3 bases. But is not getting a 4th of his own just yet, as he is still also only on 45 SCVs. I mean, he honestly could have just won the game right there. There's really nothing here. It's only some Lings and a couple Banes. Man with gun. Man with gun and now shield. See, the problem was that at first it was only man with gun for the first 13, 14 minutes of this game, but now at the 15th minute we finally have man with gun and shield. Lane counterattack getting off onto the reinforcing units here as the Banelings are threatening the front. There's also an Infestor out. I think that's a misclick or something. Lift up on the tank, very nice to keep that alive. The Ling's doing a good job of distracting Gort for now and giving Marsbar more time to get more and more Lings out. Bye-bye, Queen. Oh, the Ling counterattack is getting cleaned up as well for no additional damage out of Mars. Oh, and the flank as well. Oh my god. Gord Hauer. You absolutely love to see it as a Team Gemini fan. And yes, this cast is absolutely biased as all fuck. And I don't care, because it's my stream, my league, my fucking team. The Infestor does barely get off that fungal in time, and the Banelings will try to get on top of the Marines, but the Marauders were left in front. Very nicely done by Gort, as nothing is dying here except for a few tanks. And there's only a few Lings left. The next couple Infestors have finally spawned, but they don't quite have the energy. Oh my god, Gort, how'd you manage this one? He forgot frickin' whatever you call it, combat shields for 15 minutes. Oh my god, and Team Gemini 4-0's Team Eva. Oh, you love to see it. Oh my goodness gracious me. Holy moly, it's so amazing. My team is cracked out of their mind. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. We're back to the analyst desk.
Hello.
So, hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back. And I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Last week, at the end of the cast, at the end of the broadcast, I was like, I mean, Team Gemini, we finally got our first win. that last week. You know, we've got Team EBA next week. They are in first place. They had a really good series versus whoever they just beat last week. But I was like, you know what? The matches look pretty freaking good for Team Gemini. And all I saw in the chat was just Cope. Oh, Copium. Oh, you're no, you suck. Oh, Copium. Oh, but here we are with a 4-0.
It's only up from now.
It's only up from now. That's true.
It turns out when the team captain is not playing, Team EBA crumbles and Team Gemini shines.
Yeah. I am literally such heavy weight for my team that when I am not playing, we play so much better. And Team EBA is literally just, his back is crumbled from having to carry them so hard. It's just absolutely, it was just perfect scenario for us this week. Just unbelievable. What do you guys think of Gort finally, or well, just I don't know, just seeing a Gort not Cyclone game here?
I've seen Gorf play Bio before, and it's the Bio you would expect. F2 everywhere, no care about the units. But it works because we're playing Marsbar, who's the most diamond Zerg of all time. Like, what is Hive Tech? Upgrades Zerglings, makes Roach Ravager. You know? What is 60 workers? Let me take a macro hatch before my 4th. So, we're chilling. As long as we get combat chill. Once we got combat chill, we're chilling.
Yeah.
Like, the game is completely over after like the failed engagement, and we saw combat chill, we're like, okay, game's over. Like, no shots, we're winning this.
Yeah, it was very funny how like night and day that combat shield upgrade was. Like, it was just literally going from barely kind of winning the fights to just absolutely eviscerating the fight. It was honestly hilarious.
The game-winning moment was clearly hugging the Ravagers there at the end. When the Ravagers are alone, hug them against their will. They don't like it. They
After
explode.
years of hate for Ravagers, you know, as a mech player, you like, this is the one unit that will ruin all your games. Like, oh, I can just run into them and win because I have this small bio unit.
The small bio unit that has a gun.
Yeah.
The man with gun prevails. So, yeah, Gort will be taking a nice 2-0, which sends Team Gemini to a 4-0, but there is still the last match to be played. We play every single match because of map score and all that good stuff. So it will be Jackie versus Deffy as our last match, as there will now be no ace match because it's already won. But Jackie versus Deffy, what are we thinking is going to be going down with this one, Luck?
I really know basically everything about Devy's playstyles, but the person I don't know is Jackie. He's Protoss, so he will lose to Devy. Because my boy Devy is a specialist. He's a murderer of the Protoss skin.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take Jackie's side on this one. Because I played Devy a little bit. I don't know much about Jackie, except playing the one time against her. His Terran, but we're in a team league together with like a super weak team, and I think he's gonna force him to play on the west because we live on the other side of the earth, so we're gonna have a laggy PvT, and I'm gonna have to give the Protoss the advantage on this one. Especially as Europeans, we're used to have 20 ping, so like even playing east is bad for some people. Some people refuse to play east. Is that bad? So, yeah, we'll see how he handles ping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, playing versus ping is obviously a very important skill to have in any team league that has players of multiple regions, as the All Things Protoss team league does have. So, Lock, you are going to be locking in. You're going to be locking in. I didn't even think of that. Wow. A solid 2-0 here for Deffy with his super cheesy Terran play.
He's not super cheesy. Well, he's we like to go ape shit. We call it ape shit because it's the kind of thing that doesn't make sense, but can be somewhat consistent. Like mass mind dropping everywhere, that sort of thing.
Right.
I think I will lock in 1-1 just because ping is such a big difference. I didn't take it into consideration the first time. I think it will be 1-1. It'll be honorable game, honor win for Team EVA.
I want to see 6-0.
Nice. So do I.
I want to see the total sweep. I'll love
The-
the 2-0 for Bochi.
The total reversal, where the best team gets the first team to get an 06. That'd be sick. All right. Well, thank you guys for your amazing analysis as always. I'll be back with you guys after this last match to sum up the series. See you soon.
Yep.
All right. We are getting into our final match, which is going to be Jackie versus Defi. And Jackie is coming off of being the ace player from last week, as he did win the ace match for Team Gemini to give us our first win of the season. And so now he is back again to try and solidify and close out this series with an insane 6-0. As it would be the first 6-0 of the entire league. And on the top left, playing for my team, banned if we lose, it is, in fact, Jackie. And on the bottom right, playing for Team EVA, all things Primate, it is Defi. If All Things Primate donates a PC, I'd run your team. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. And we will be getting a double gas opener, as we do know that Defi is quite a Terran operator. Does like to go for some, as Slockluck put on the desk, batshit insane builds. I'd spank them. Okay, great. But you are not a member of the All Things Protoss Discord server, so I don't remember asking. Ha ha! Just kidding. But yeah, this is the All Things Protoss Team League, so it's just the, it's the fun community league for our Discord server. There's 4 different pools of players, basically, where there's technically 5, because the captain is also a pool, so there's the captain's pool, where, so like basically how it works is that each week we set up a certain match schedule for different pools of players, so that way the MMRs are similar enough to make the matches as equal as possible. So there's the captain's pool, there's pool 1, 2, 3, 4, all split up based off of MMRs. This week it was pool 4, 2, and 1 playing. This is the pool 1 match right now, so these players are both around 5k. The captain pool is a little bit higher than 5k, and then even up to Iba, who is 5'8", but because there's also the MMR rule, if the MMR discrepancy is too high, it forces an off race from the higher MMR player. Because again, we're just trying to make for interesting and even matches as best as we can here. So yeah, it is a WTL format, so there's 3 best of 2s that are played. You can either go 2-0 or 1-1, and then if the first team to get 4 wins will win the series, as my team already has done that. Ha! But if it ends up being 3 1-1s, or just in some way making it a 3-3, then there's a best of 1 ace match played at the end, which we actually got 2 of last week. And if anyone would like to see any of the previous matches, as they are all pretty cool and awesome, you can go to my other YouTube channel, because Twitch Korea doesn't let you actually upload or save VODs to Twitch anymore. It's very fun and not cool. So I have to record them and upload them on YouTube. So you guys can go see those if you want. Anyways, looks like we're going to be having a... Is this a 4-gate blank? No, just 3-gate, sorry. It's going to be a 3-gate robo opener out of my boy Jackie. Oh yeah, we literally don't even have a Twilight Council. I'm like not aware of what time of the game we're in. I'm like literally was not even looking at what was happening, because it's actually a total 1-base opener from Defi here, and that was scouted, and so Jackie is not exactly sure what exactly is happening. And is just preparing for as much as possible. And what it will be is the classic Cloak Mine drop. And the first one actually does get a decent shot onto those mines, or out of those stalkers, but the medevac does get picked off, which is quite nice. 4 probes do get killed off, which is not really even that bad. Overall, a decent defense so far. The Observer is going to get recalled back, and the Reaper also does get killed off there. So the Observer comes back to help clear out these mines. 1 probe left with this one, as there's not quite an Observer yet to deal with it. But this is something that we were prepping Jackie for quite a bit, as we definitely know that Defi is quite a Terran operator. And we were doing, you know, plenty of Cloak Mine and just general one-base Terran prep here. And it is going to be the Thor follow-up as well. And so Jackie is fully aware of what's going on here, going for the robo response, as it is the overall most well-rounded response. It is not as good versus some things, but it is also very good versus other things. And Cloak Mine drop into Thor All-In is exactly what it is very good against. Liberator Harass still quite annoying.
I love Gemini.
I'm not. Were we supply blocked? Or why are we not on another warping of Stalkers in the main base? I'm curious. I'm not sure what's happened there. It's good for Defi, or good for, sorry. Dude, God, can you guys just have names that are the same everywhere? It's so hard to freaking cast games when the stuff down here is not what I'm supposed to be saying. God damn it. Swear to God. Oh, the double Liberator Harass over here is actually being very annoying, as there's not even an Immortal that was been able to get produced here by Jackie. So that's going to make it much more difficult to deal with this Thor follow-up. There is no medevac, though, which will make it easier for him to defend. But the Pylon is actually a little bit exposed here, forced to use the Overcharge to heal it before it is then used on the units. It will get focused down here. But again, there's no medevac to heal these very weak Marines. The tank is late. The Thor is also not able to get fully surrounded by the SCVs to get repaired. So that will start to get focused down as well. And down it does go, and with nothing left here for Defi, it's going to be quite difficult to push up this ramp. If the tank even gets... Oh, I mean, you could just go right past the Liberator. You can just kill the Liberator, and it will get killed off. Jackie, with a sick hold, kills the other Liberator as well. Oh my God. Dude, Jackie, I love Jackie. Jackie is so freaking based. Doesn't even need a freaking Immortal. Still playable? I mean, sure. I wouldn't say it's great, but the CC is only just gonna finish up here. Honestly, if we had an Immortal out, it would have been even, you know, so much better, and then we can just get a Warp Prism after, and then we can just start doing Warp Prism Immortal Harass and just drop on top of the tank and just literally win the game. But the game will continue. For now, at least. We gotta get some more chrono going on these probies, though. That would be nice. The classic gotcha, it was a macro game. So true. Isn't that amazing how Terrans can just seemingly go for an all-in, but just somehow also have a CC coming behind it. It's very fun. So yeah, we got Colossus coming up here. I mean, it's going to be a long time before Defi is able to make another push, because he's going to have to wait for both Stim and Combat Shields here. He's getting the reactor back on the starport as well, excuse me, to help get some medevacs out. So even though, yes, he does have a natural, and yes, he does technically have an SCV advantage with the mules, I mean, that was an extremely committed push. Like, he was essentially all in with the push, and so you need a lot of time to recover after losing that much stuff that early, after setting yourself up for what was a one base all in. So, you know, everything is gonna need to be come in after the fact here for Defi. So it's gonna be giving Jackie quite a lot of time to get his own stuff up as well. Twilight will be pretty late. I would like to see him just go straight into charge here. I think that would be the best option, knowing that Defi's probably just going to have to go for another big attack, and it is going to be that, as there is going to be a total of 5 racks on 2 bases here. Not expanding anytime soon. And we will actually get the push out before Stim or Combat Shield is anywhere close to done, which is honestly surprising. Jackie's army is looking a bit light here. Charge first, I love it. I mean, despite the upgrades not being ready, 4 tanks I should say, is still quite threatening. And it's going to be very difficult to actually get on top of those, given the terrain of this map. Although, leaving all your bio that far out to try and clear rocks is definitely not going to help out. Well, this will also make it very annoying for Jackie here to get any sort of flank or surround off onto these tanks. But he's going to jump right up and try to get on top of the first tank. Doesn't manage to kill it, which is not great. The reinforcing Marines will suicide their lives, though. And only just now is Stim finishing. So now is when the real pressure really starts here. God, this tank count is just so annoying. Charge is only... Oh, it's not quite done. We really need to wait for charge before we ever try to break into this. Luckily, it's not actually threatening anything right now. Defi is not even close enough to really start shelling away with these tanks, so it's giving charge the time it needs to actually complete here. And, I mean, literally, if these tanks die, there is nothing. This bio army is extremely small. The Marauders getting brought forward almost way too far forward. As they try to snipe a Colossus under a battery. The Zealots will go charging in, though. As there's actually no anti-air either to try and kill off any of those Vikings, so that will be able to kill off a Colossus. Jackie, unfortunately, bungling the defense a little bit here. Charge is right back ready, and we'll go on to those tanks there. Gets both of them, which is quite nice, and the overcharged battery will help to heal these units up. But there's just so many Widow Mines now replacing those tanks that trying to chase this army back as Jackie is going to be very, very difficult. Once again, this is a 2-base all-in out of Defi. There is no third CC. It is 5... Oh, there is a third CC, sorry. There it is, the classic gotcha again, where, oh, I'm going 5 racks 2-base all-in. Ha, just kidding. I have a third base as well. Force Field is essentially useless at this point, as there's not anything to really capitalize on that. Second Immortal will come out, which will help a lot versus this huge Marauder count, and the Disruptor will also be out soon here, which could possibly get a big juicy hit on some of these Widow Mines that are getting a little bit too annoying to deal with. That Widow Mine actually gets dragged on top of the bio, and with such little medevac energy, and a battery overcharge, and 2 Immortals that, oh, they're getting that one shot. It's gonna get a little tricky here for Defi. That Widow Mine shot really did a nice job there. The Disruptor, again, like I said, will be able to help clear off these Widow Mines as well. God, imagine a shot on all of these ones over here. That'd be so good. A couple Zealots managed to find their way into the natural here as well. We'll be able to kill off some SCVs, which is pretty nice, forcing Defi yet again on a slower SCV count. He's actually ignored one more of the Zealots, which is actually going to get a couple more kills here before the Marines are able to get back. 10 in total do die. So now Jackie has found himself in an actually pretty decent economic situation. And now that his third base is actually saturated, he's starting to get quite a few more warp-ins here, and we'll be able to push this force back. That was unfortunate, as he does not have Blink ready yet. I don't agree with this push-out, though. This is a bit risky here.
Gemini, you know?
We'll kill off a lot of the mines, though. And Jackie will even up the supply after what looked like was going to be, honestly, a killing blow from Defi after those Colossi died. Jackie has found himself some footing in this game. Observer does get picked off. That will get very obnoxious for Jackie now to be able to see, as that was his only forward vision outside of an Observer just kind of sitting outside the natural. But there's nothing really in this middle section to see where Defi is moving with the army, as he's now trying to frantically kind of send out some Zealots here to try to get any tabs on what's going on. A drop in the main right now could be extremely frustrating to deal with. And I'm honestly kind of surprised that that Defi did not just kind of just go straight for that after killing that observer there. Another one will take its place though, and definitely surely won't be expecting that. Oh my god, the Zealots are back. I'm sorry, I'm like the worst fucking observer ever. Zealots killed another 10 SCV. Oh my god, that Widow Mine just freaking almost killed all of his SCVs. Literally just one more Zealot coming in here will just fucking one-tap like 6 more SCVs. The counterattack has been extremely good from Jackie here, coming in at critical points. And I mean, Defi's been across the map with his army this whole time, which is kind of a problem because he's not actually doing anything with this army. He's literally just sitting in the middle of the map and just letting the Zealot counterattacks do a lot of damage because the only thing that's left are some of the reinforcements and they're not able to clear up the Zealots in time. But the main army, like generally if you, it's either like, you know, you sit back with your whole army so that the counterattacks don't do anything, or your army is on the map attacking and also dealing damage, but he's done neither of those two things. And that's given Jackie quite a decent spot now to try and claw his way back into this game. Has 2 Colossus out now as well, getting Disruptor count higher now to make it much more even. A second Robo as well. Scan finally does kill that forward observer, so a little bit more map vision denial. Can't talk. Yeah, I do agree that a Doom drop in the main would be very deadly here. I mean, there's just so many medevacs. You can just load up so much in this. And then the Liberators as well to help zone out the ramp and whatnot. Oh my god, it would be so fucking hell to deal with that right now. If Defi maxes out on 40 workers. I mean, true, honestly. This could be... Oh my god, these Liberators are way too far forward, but unfortunately the Stalkers weren't really paying attention enough. Oh, Jackie, what is this fight? I don't like this. Oh my god, the Oh, the Disruptor! Okay. I mean, the Liberators went so far forward, he easily could have blinked up forward and sniped all those down before the bio got anywhere close, but unfortunately he just kind of bungled it there. And now the Liberators are sectioning off the army from this 4th base, and that will get killed off easily. But the Disruptor! Oh no, he didn't send it far enough. It literally could have gotten a full radius shot. The second Disruptor comes out though, we'll get a pretty good shot off. The bio is getting heavily stimmed here. And somehow, oh my god, there's SCVs dying on the back end. I did not notice this. I was wondering how the supplies were getting so even. And it's because, yet again, another Zealot run-by has found its way into the natural and 3rd base of Defi. As he tries to go up into the main base now. But his army is quite small to do this. I mean, even this trade on the high ground is not that good because there's batteries on the low ground here, and a GG is gonna get called because the Zealots are still not dealt with. 31 SCVs get killed, and Jackie is able to get the victory after an incredibly scrappy game.
Gemini, you know?
That started with a freaking mine drop into Thor all-in. That also wasn't an all-in because there was somehow a CC behind it. Into then a 5 racks 2 base all-in, which also wasn't an all-in because there somehow was a 3rd CC behind it. But Jackie prevails and finds himself another win for Team Gemini, putting us up to 5-0. Oh my god. We are 1 map away from getting the 6-0. It would be the first 6-0 of the whole season for any team. And it'd be us doing it against the #1 ranked team currently in the league. Eva's team without Eva versus Gemini team without Gemini. That's so funny. It's so funny. Holy shit. Alright. Here we go into the final game of this first match. We will be having one more match after this, so once this game is over, we are not done. You can stick around. We are still going to have the Enpo versus Azura match coming up after this as well. And on the top left side, playing for my team, and is currently up 1-0. It is none other than Jackie. And on the bottom right, it is for Team EBA, Mr. Deffy. How many games has Gemini won so far? 0. Yes, I have not won a single game yet. My team is literally carrying my fucking ass. But to be fair, I literally should be 2-0. I should be 2-2. 2 of the games I just absolutely threw out of the fucking window. 100%. But the other 2, it's like, yeah, I mean, they were just like, bleh. So, you know. Jackie, you know you can wall this off with just these 3 buildings, right? Team captains and no, you can play anyone in an ace because there's a MMR rule where if the MMR is too high, it forces off race, and so we actually had that. We actually had that happen with one of the ace matches, but unfortunately, Eva's off race was still too good to beat Lock, even though it was kind of close for a little bit. The 3 building wall looks cooler. I disagree. Don't wall shame. I will wall shame because I am the wall guy. And this is literally inefficient. Walling is hard. I literally make a freaking guide every season. You don't even have to think. You just look at the thing and copy it. Oh my god, I can't believe that's not in vision range. That is so annoying. Dude, look at that. The freaking, like, top of the CC just disappears. Architecture major, are you actually? Reaper's made it into the base. It also makes it out of the base. Surprising. Did you make a hero wall guide? No. Adept now comes in, and we'll now finally be able to see that there is indeed a CC there. The Widowmine actually going off on the probe, which means that the Widowmine's going to have to fall back, and the Adept will now kind of have a little bit more free reign at the top of the ramp here, which is a little bit annoying here for Mr. Deffy. The Reaper still is not dead. Still hasn't killed anything yet either, though. As another Stalker will be out, and we'll be able to finally kill this off, as the Reaper was accidentally misclicked onto a mineral patch, and it bugged it out there. This is a weird opening. Double mine into double Hellion. What kind of a build is this? I guess this is the batshit insane thing that Lock was talking about on the desk. Also, Arden, I like how you're saying cope every time I mention that my 2 games that literally were just throws are throws. Like, I'm literally just stating facts. But then I also said that I predicted Team Gemini washing the floor with Team EBA this week, and you guys also were saying cope. So, you know, get fucked. And yes, I will just keep saying it over and over and over again. You can do nothing to stop me. And neither can Team EBA. Ha ha ha! Alright, Robof Bay follow-up. Jackie is going to be, I'm actually not sure what he's going to be doing here. He's just doing a 2-base Colossus setup for right now. Just isn't really sure what's going on from Deffy so far, and is just kind of playing it as defensive as possible. The mine drop is going to be coming in here. Will get scouted. And only 2 somehow, as it dragged the other one in there. Hellion's not going to be able to do anything as the Stalkers are there, and the other Widowmine somehow only gets 3 in the main there. That's actually quite unlucky for Deffy. He definitely could have gotten a lot more there if the clumping RNG was a little bit better. Though the Hellions, though, are going to get lifted up into the main base, but there's still an observer. What the fuck, dude? Make a decision. What the hell? Back and forth a million times. Cobble is literally playing worse players, Eva. Shut the... What are these freaking... God, I can't stand this. He's literally in a different pool than I am. I would have the same... I would have a better map score if I was... What the fuck? God damn it. It's not the same. What the fuck? It doesn't matter. Go to bed, Eva. True. Eva, isn't it past your bedtime? Is this Hellion Drop ever gonna do anything? To be fair, Azura, you can shut up. Alright? You lost to me as well. Get fucked. Well, you didn't lose, but, you know, your team did. Hellion Drop finally doesn't do anything. Are we gonna have anything happen in this game? Shut the fuck up, Azura. Please, stop. See, it's true. It was an absolute throw. Like, even Azura himself is claiming that, yes, it was just a massive throw by me. It's like, I literally should have just won the game. It's not cope. Oh, the medevac drop. Barely not scouted by Jackie. This is a very forward position that Jackie's holding. Jackie also loves to not make stalkers. He's only got 5, and they're all scattered around the bases. He's not even with his army. So these Vikings, again, could just kill the Colossi. We got a 2 medevac. Oh no, the Hellion drop has found its way back. It's gonna meet its way up with the Marine drop. Very strange, but then just gets shot right down with everything inside. The other medevac also is gonna die with everything inside. And now the push at the front is getting sectioned off by 2 incredibly good force fields. Kills off the tank on the low ground. Jackie really needs to bring all his stalkers together now, though, because the Colossi can absolutely get killed by these Vikings once this overcharge goes away, but I don't think it's gonna matter, because now there's no medevacs to actually heal this bio up. Defi literally suicided both of his medevacs, the only 2 medevacs, to try and do a drop that ended up doing no damage. And so now he's got literally nothing, and he's attacking the rocks! Oh my god, and the no GG! As Team Gemini, oh my god, we're gonna 6-0 the top ranking team. Oh my god, you love it. Oh my god, it's so sick. Holy fuck. And oh my god, it's so sick. I can't, I can believe it actually. I literally can't believe it, because I literally said last week that goddamn, these matchups for us are gonna be good. And we absolutely can fucking beat Team Eva. Yeah, you're gonna be top 1 in the groups, in the thing still. Who cares? Shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter. You're gonna drop down eventually, or you won't. It doesn't really matter. But then we'll just play you in the playoffs anyway, and then we're gonna win again. So, anyways, let's go and pass it over to the desk here. Welcome back, everybody. So yeah,
let's go, Jackie.
We are in the witness of the first 6-0 of the whole team league. Done by none other than my team. I'm so happy I can't even speak.
You're going for the all achievement run, you know. It's not about winning, it's about all the achievements. First ace match win. 6-0, first 6-0 now.
True.
What's the next one?
First,
Biggest win
first
streak?
biggest win streak. Sure. First team to qualify for the playoffs with their team captain winning 0 games.
Oh,
Possibly.
actually, that's a based one.
That could happen.
Very big. Very
Technically
big.
could happen. I hope it doesn't. I would like it if it doesn't, as we don't really need to get all these achievements, but it could technically happen.
Yeah, leave some of them for the rest of it. You know?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But yeah, anyways, yeah, Jackie is able to close it out 2-0 with some pretty interesting games there. What do we take on the series as a whole, Lock?
I think I'm gonna go and yell at my friend Defi for not doing good builds. Basically, I would always tell him that 5-1-1 is Garbago, but he never listens. Such is life. Because in game 2, I felt like if Defi just scaled his economy, he would have been fine. Because he was down only 2 workers against the Protoss. As a Terran, you're always happy with those scenarios. Because as long as you're on even bases, behind less than 5 workers, you're actually chilling. Your eco is just flowing, and Protoss units are incredibly expensive, so you're gonna just have more shit and have more at the end. But such is life. It happens. But this is why we're not a Grandmaster and sub 5k plebs.
True.
Yeah, my Zerg take from this is 2 very abusive playstyles. Or more so on the Defi side, where it's like classic Terran all-inning with negative economy because mules are broken. And then Jackie defends everything because batteries and AoE units. So, but yeah, very entertaining. Especially game 1 was super fun.
Yeah, I actually didn't know who was gonna win that one. It was like, it really just seemed like Jackie just held the push, but then there was actually a command center, and then it's like it got kind of close there with the Colossus dying, and then blah blah blah. But yeah, entertaining series to say the least. But yeah, it is a 6-0, which is pretty sick. I don't know what else to ask you guys. Do you guys have anything to talk about?
I have something to
My team
mention,
playing
and
next.
Yeah.
And hype. That's it.
And this gives my team, Team Aquaron, a chance to be first. And I really like that concept, especially since it's a 6-0. It's beautiful.
That is true. This will kind of mess the rankings up a little bit. I'm going to show it on stream real quick here. So yeah, All Things Primate was 3-0 just before this, and now they have lost. That will apparently still leave them in first place for now. But like you said, there is an opportunity for Team Acheron, or Cobble Moment, or otherwise known as the Shitpost team, to overtake them if they are able to win their match as well, which will be being broadcast tomorrow. But like all of the standings are just very close. It's all within like a 1 or 2 map score difference. So it's like every single week the rankings just get kind of shifted all around here. So it'll definitely be a bit interesting.
Yeah, it's actually very cool that we get this close of a team league. Because I've been in a lot of team leagues like this with different formats, and it's not uncommon to have one team completely obliterate everybody, or you know, somebody's like, oh, you're 4K at this point, but then they improve very fast, and then they kind of trash their level they were at the beginning. So It's cool that we have a super tight kind of competitive team league where everybody seems to have a shot.
Yeah, I agree. All Things Protoss Team League is literally just fucking so good compared to everything else. I agree.
Grew so hype. High production.
True.
Best analyst.
True.
Best streamer, even though
True.
you can't win a game on stream.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, Lock, you have any closing words for this series before we hop over to the next one?
First 6-0, you must be the best team in the league. Such is life.
True. Just so many true words being spoken by this
My
cast.
chips are on Gemini winning the ace match in the finals.
Oh my days!
Yeah, dude, I'm just
the
yeah,
only
dude.
win.
Yeah, dude, I'm just saving my power at this point. I'm literally sandbagging to make it seem like I'm
Gonna
not
be
a
an
good
off
pick.
race. Gonna pick Terran and proxy 2RX.
No, I'm gonna cloak
Then
mind
it's
drop.
gonna be a 50-minute late game.
Oh god. All right. Well, thank you guys for your thoughts throughout the series. We're going to be hopping over to a short break so that way I can set up the next one and make sure that everyone's here and everything. So we will be doing that here. But yeah, thank you, Lock and Heroku, for joining me here. And maybe we'll get you on
Thank
for
you
another
for
one in the
having
future.
Thank you
I'll be
for
back,
having us.
definitely.
Yep. All right. I'll see you guys. All right. So that is the first match, a 6-0 for banned if we lose Team Gemini. Feeling pretty good, especially because I predicted this. I'm so happy. So, like I said, we're going to do a very quick break here so I can get everything set up for the next match. So please stick around if you want to see some more awesome, epic, and totally rad All Things Protoss Team League matches after this. Sorry, give me just 1 minute. We have I'm trying to do a last second change here, as one of the analysts for the second series had to drop out, so we're quickly getting a sub in, and I'm quickly trying to Photoshop something, so 1 second.
I love Gemini, you know.
Alright, welcome back everybody to the All Things Protoss Team League, week number 4. As we are going to be going on with our second match of the day, which is going to be Team Enpo going against Team Azura. And we are going to be getting into this pretty quickly here, and we're actually even going to jump right over
like
to
the
our
last
analyst
one.
desk.
Yeah, basically.
Hello, my good friends,
Hello.
Character and Larimbo. Larimbo joining us yet again. The character's first time. Hello, how are you guys doing?
So
Pretty well.
it's 4 a.m., but you know,
Nice.
pretty good.
Excellent. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for...
Gemini doesn't give a fuck, bro. You're not getting paid either way, bro. I'm sorry, even if it's fun.
Fucking, I mean...
No. That's why Eba told me to go to bed.
That's very funny. But yeah, Character, thank you for deciding to jump in at the literal last second here, as Angrath was unable to come back onto the analyst desk here. But yeah, thank you for joining real quick. Larimbo, welcome back again. We had a wonderful time with you last week, and I'm very excited to hear your amazing takes on this upcoming series here yet again.
This time, I actually came prepared. Out of the 6 people that are gonna play, I know 1. So that's an improvement. In 4 weeks maximum, I will be able to know at least half of the participants. So you just need to give me a lot of time, right? So I know that Lock should be playing today. Now, if I get it, if this is also wrong.
No, that's also wrong.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Well, I don't think. No, you know what? Next time it's gonna go better. So do we have a list of the teams yet?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
No, the teams either.
The teams are listed in the team selection channel in the Discord, but the matches today are going to be Mousy versus Ardent, Bull Mulja versus Heroku, and Froghost versus Shiny is what we're doing.
Oh, this time I remember at least 2 out of the 6 names that you just mentioned. The other 4 I already forgot, because once again you give me way too much credit in remembering 6 names in a row. Like you really are, you have too much faith.
Okay. All right. We'll get your opinion real quick first before we'll let Character go. You can look at the frickin' event in the Discord, okay? And I'll give you some time to cook. All right. Cook us some amazing pasta with your analysis in a second, okay, Larimbo?
Oh, thank you. So Moses versus Arden. Oh, this is easy.
Okay.
So Mosi is super based, but Ardent is French. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm saying that the French debuff is so strong, it loops back and actually becomes a buff. So I'm predicting Ardent. No, you know what? I think I'm going for a 1-1 here. Because Ardent is French, kind of based. It loops up, it loops back around, as I said, but also it's still French. So I cannot predict a 2-0. That's just impossible. Then we have Bulm against Arocco. I have no clue about their MMR. I've seen Bulm play last time. I've heard Arocco cast in the previous match. I like Arocco's casting, so I'm going with Arocco 2-0, which is the second time I predict. No, last time I said Bulm was 1-1. So this time I'm actually predicting 2-0 for Arocco. And Frogos versus Shiny, it all depends. I actually am familiar with both players for once. It all depends if Shiny knows what Frogos plays, because Frogos plays exactly one build and every single game in the exact way. So if you know that it's a 2-0 for Shiny, she doesn't know that. I don't know. Fuck them. 1-1, I guess.
Okay. Thank you very much, Larimbo, for your expert analysis as always. Character, do you know any of the names in the playlist today, and do you have any thoughts about what's going to happen?
I know Heroku and Shiny, and because I know those names, I'm just gonna say 2-0 and say it's 4-2. There you go.
That's there you go. Nice, quick to the point. Very good.
Yeah, I put zero thought into it, as you can tell. You see, Larimbo provides the analysis, like the actual analysis, and the humor, and I provide everything else.
Nice. That's good. That's a good balance that we have here then. So Larimbo, what was your overall score prediction then?
I already forgot. Fuck, I need to do the math real quick. One sec. So I said 1-1, 2-0 for Shiny. So 4-2 for the Ardent, which I don't know actually which team is which. Actually, I do, because Bulm played in the last one where Enpo was playing. So Bulm must be part of Empo's team. You see? So Azura team 4-2. That's my prediction. That has nothing to do with the fact that Azura is Italian. In fact, I hate all other Italians, especially North Italians, which Azura is. Fuck Azura, I'm saying this on stream.
Okay. Nice. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, I don't even think we need to say anything else after that. That's very good, but nice. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was typing to people. Cool. So, I will be back with you guys in a little bit to hear more of your incredible analysis on exactly what is happening. I hope to see very specific notes from all of you about, exactly what was happening in the games.
Write that down.
No worries, man. I always provide the best highest quality analysis.
Yeah, very true. All right, I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Thank you, as always, for your thoughts.
I love.
All right. Oops, sorry, the thing got cut off there. But anyways, thank you guys for all the follows and stuff like that. All right, we are getting ready here into our first match of the series. Is this live? This first one will be. Because, scheduling is just, in general, very difficult for so many different players, for so many different regions and everything. It's not possible to really get live matches every single time. We were lucky last week. We got actually quite a lot of live matches, but this week is more difficult. But yeah, this one is live, this current one, and then the other 2 matches in this series will be replays. Oops, I forgot to change this one. Boop. Wait, what? Oh, what? Boop, there we go. Hold up, let me move this. Nice. Alright, cool. Anyways. Here we go. Over on the top left side of the map, playing for Team Azura. Wait. No. Enpo. Wait, what? I forgot what color is which. Yeah, Enpo. Wait, really? Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. I was confusing myself. Yes, playing for Team Enpo. It is Mousy. Red is Team Enpo. Playing on the bottom right side for Team Azura, it is the French man himself who makes every mom joke as you can possibly think. It is Mr. Ardent. So yes, red is Enpo, yellow is Ardent. Or, yellow is Azura. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Apparently Azura was practicing with Ardent. So we have another team captain that is at least doing something, just like me, and like Iba, who does nothing for his team and gets 6-0'd to the team that was in 5th place prior. What is this wall off by Mousy, by the way? Does he think he's playing PBT? Like, what the hell? Interesting. Your team does minimum scouting. Yes, I can tell. Iba has homework to do. Yeah, Iba also has to stop getting yelled at by his parents and stuff to actually do things for this team league. Holy shit, Ardent is proxying a 3rd gateway extremely early, by the way. That is literally so early of a 3rd gateway. But it is going down anyways, and he literally can't even make both his stalkers at the same time, it's so early. But, I mean, the Cybercore from Mousy was honestly just so late as well, which will make it a little bit interesting here. Wonder if Mousy will notice that the 2nd pylon is quite late, as it is basically the same time as his 3rd pylon, which should key him in that there is something on the map. It looks like he might be, oh, what? No, he's just proxying himself. Alright, never mind. But yes, Heroku, you should absolutely not talk about your games in the chat. That is extremely, that would be great if you didn't do that, actually. So I'm going to purge you. Thank you. But yes, Mousy will scout the proxy gateway here, though. So yes, that will get scouted out pretty early. So any surprise will be a bit not as surprising. This is the most amazing casting you've ever heard. Battery will be finished up here, so this little attack by Ardent is not exactly going to do anything. He even almost loses an early Stalker. What did Heroku do? He was talking about some games or something. I don't know. I thought he was talking about his own games that he played in this series, which are going to be replay casts, so... Yes, I would just rather not know anything about the games going into them, so I can cast them. Anyways... Mousy's been totally fine against this attack, and he's even going to be able to push it back here. The warp-ins are... Oh, a sentry as well is very interesting. Going to maybe try to force field the ramp or something, but it's not even really going to be possible as the ramp is very far away. Honestly, would have just rathered another Stalker here, but it's actually 2 sentries, which is very strange, but it might actually work. Oh my god, a cancel! What the hell? A straight up cancel on both things. Doesn't even try to fight for the low ground there, is Mousy. I mean... Yeah... I mean, it might have been a bit tricky to get that Immortal down here, but that's gonna leave Ardent with an insane advantage now. Because his Nexus is now finished. And he's getting 2 more gateways, by the way. What the fuck? He's gonna be on 5 gateways and barely 2 bases with no tech except a robo that hasn't built anything yet. Very interesting. And both of those gates are very far forward and very exposed as well if they eventually ever do get attacked. The double adept though, there's nothing blocking in either of these little spaces, and these 2 adepts can do some pretty nasty work. Ardent is quickly running home to try and help deal with them as the probe is... Oh, wow! It actually does barely get the pylon block off. Pretty sick. But they are still in the net, so they're still going to get a couple probes here. And if he's not paying attention... Oh my god, he's not paying attention again. Neither is Mousy, though. As they will just sit here for some reason. Oh, wow. That could have been at least like 6 more probes. What are we looking at? What could have possibly been more important? Oh, interesting. Well, unlucky. That could have been literally probe equalizing damage there, but it ended up not being. Double Immortal is going to be out here, so this is so strange. We have two players whose only tech is Robo, making Immortals. So it's going to just be like a Stalker Immortal army for both players, with neither of them having Blink. Can't say this is something I've ever really seen. Mousy with his signature expand before dying. No, the game is still like, you know, this is absolutely playable. It's not like he's just dead. I mean, it is playable. It's not great by any means, but you know, the game's not over. I mean, we should be having something. There's like a Robo Bay for some fast disruptors, or I mean, a Twilight Council to try to go into something more normal. The Forge from Ardent is nice, but I would really love some other type of follow-up tech as well, because just sitting on upgradeless gateway units for a mid-game Protoss versus Protoss army is not really where we want to be. There is that Twilight Council finally. Mousy, on the other hand, is not quite doing that, despite having the money for it. This pylon is actually still here. And Ardent will be going back onto the map here. Surprisingly, Marley's army is actually still pretty big. And there is no Warp Prism with this army, as we did not get one as Ardent, and we still are not getting one. It looked like he's maybe just trying to deny a third base while he gets his own. And doesn't actually want to attack, but now he looks like he does want to attack, which is very strange. Which would be very ill-advised, actually, because like I said, he does not have any advantage in this fight, because it's the same exact armies, except Mousy's got one more Immortal, and he has Defender's advantage. Mousy is actually, he literally is actually winning, technically, right now, if we are just looking at the armies here. But unfortunately, the force fields do trap some of his stalkers, as he wasn't quite paying attention there. I mean, we could just mine out these minerals and expand down here. We don't actually need to take the Triangle Third, especially considering none of the players have gotten Blink, so it's not like the Blink into the main is even a problem. Oh man, these force fields are just very difficult to deal with, but Ardent is kind of pushing his luck a little bit too much here. Doesn't want to go attack into those batteries and Immortals. Somehow, Mousy has still not gotten a Twilight Council or any other follow-up tech. Meanwhile, Ardent is almost on his way into DTs as his choice of follow-up, and there's going to be 0 detection outside of an observer that is in the army of Mousy to help defend those DTs. Yeah, I can't wait to hear Larimbo's fucking analysis of this game. Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. Any DTs get made yet? 2. On the way to the top of the map. Oh my god, no way is he gonna randomly intercept this DT. Holy shit! Vac? Hello? Oh my god. DT does nothing. The other one was rallied to a base that doesn't exist. I wonder if Mousy even realized that he killed a DT right there. I don't know if he does, because he's not actually made any cannons anywhere else. Trying to move past force fields without blink on his stalkers at 10:30 into the game. Yet again, something that I've not quite ever seen before. That's not even the DT. What is this DT doing? This is definitely one of the games of all time that we're watching right now. Charge is the first upgrade out of Mousy here. Whereas Blink is now also finally getting done for Ardent, as his charge was already finished. The +2 is going to be super crazy. There's hallucinated adepts for some reason. What the fuck? Yeah, this is the Pool 4 match. This is the lowest pool of players that we have in the Team League playing right now, which is low diamond. Then we will be going into Pool 2 and then Pool 1 to finish it off. And then, if we need to, an ace match, which any player can play in. Oh my god, DT is being made now by Mousy as well. The DTs, oh my god, are getting into the natural here. As, yeah, I mean, wow. That is insane. That is insane damage. I mean, the hold position to try and deny them from getting up as the Observer comes in is quite nice, but the entire army of Ardent is just ransacking the third, and a single G from Mousy will send it over to Ardent there. Bit of a strange game. I actually am, I'm like very convinced that the DT that was killed wasn't even noticed by Mousy. I'm like very sure of that now. As that was a bit unfortunate there. But Team Azura will be getting the first map. One moment, please. Then the next game, one of them just opens DTs and I think the game ends at minute 4. Harden played perfect from start to finish, dominating performance. Alright, one second. We're trying to get the second match here, but yeah. All right. Alright, we are going into second game here. Sorry, Mousy is unfortunately is not feeling that well, so that is why maybe the games are a bit scrappy. But he's being nice enough to at least finish out the series here. Because otherwise we would just have to do a forfeit, which would be kind of unfortunate and not great. Because we don't actually have any other subs to suddenly come in right now. Oops. All right. On top left, playing for Team Enpo, it is Mr. Mousy. And Ardent on the bottom, playing for Team Azura. What happened in game 1? There was a lot of upgradeless units attacking each other. Until eventually one upgradeless army lost against a lot of DTs. Looks like Arden's got something spicy planned yet again, as his probe is going to put his second pylon somewhere else on the map here. Curious what it'll be this time. I would be very surprised if it was another proxy gateway. Slam a core for both players. He's doing the build you showed him yesterday. Oh boy. Well, let's see what it is. Let's see if Mousy will be able to notice. Actually, it is going to be yet another third. He's just doing the exact same build, actually. Literally the exact same build. If it works, if it doesn't fail, then keep doing it. What's the saying? That thing.
I love Gemini, you know.
Let's see if Mousy is able to notice that it isn't going to be the same thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thank you. My brain is like fried right now. I don't know why. I think I'm trying to. I'm like looking at chat way too much. Trying to look at chat and actually cast a game at the same time is extremely difficult. At least both these players actually have their own real names in the game as well. I swear to God, that especially because Jackie and Deffy have very similar names as well. Like, and both of them weren't even on the screen. It was like, oh my God, I'm like, I'm literally forgetting who is who. I'm so confused. Yeah, this is looking a little bit rough for Mousy here, as he hasn't quite noticed that there's actually a similar build happening here, but he does have a different set of units here. He's going double Stalker, double Sentry. And he is getting a pretty decent trade-off on the first Stalker again. Would love a battery, though. Nice. It's a little too far forward, but at least it is being made. As the 5 Stalkers are now coming out from Ardent here. 2 force fields go down a bit prematurely, as the units will be able to just kind of walk through. And Mousy doesn't want to deal with the Protoss trickery, as he will GG out, and as Ardent will get 2 games for his team at the beginning. But yeah, unfortunately, Mousy was not feeling that well, actually. So yeah, but he did still stay around to try and play out the second game, which is appreciated, albeit a bit unfortunate. So hopefully he can go rest up and feel a bit better. But yeah, thank you, Mousy, for still sticking around, though. It would have been a little annoying to have to just do a walkover at the end. Oh, shut up, Ardent. All right, anyways, let's go over to the desk and join our amazing analysts to get their thoughts on that riveting series.
Oh
Welcome.
yeah, I'm already prepared. So, where do we start? First off, fuck my prediction. I'm renegating on it. Apparently, I was wrong. I don't know how that happened. I'm blaming this on Azura coaching his student before the match. I'm just saying that sports events that is not allowed. So shame on Azura for literally cheating. No, I'm kidding. First game, pretty interesting build. I like the 3-gate expander. It is, of course, it's a fucking Azura build. Of course, it's an SOS build.
3-gate expand is basically the build I do like 80% of the time on ladder, because like half the time it just kills people, and if it doesn't work, you have an expansion.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
the way that game went was Mousy went 2-gate robo, and then Ardent went 3-gate pressure. But then Mousy couldn't kill the expansion, backed up his own ramp, and then also couldn't all-in Ardent because he got, like, force-fielded up his own ramp. And then it pretty much just snowballed from there, like, economically in Ardent's favor.
Now that we got the actual analysis of the game, let me tell you how it really went down. So, Ardent goes immediately for the Azura plays and plays a SOS build. This already gives him the psychological advantage. But he underestimates Mousy, because Mousy, unlike what we all thought, doesn't actually counter with an all-in. He just expands 1 minute late and tries to play defensive, which in my opinion is very big dick energy. Very big. I thought he was gonna all-in. I was wrong. I'm not sure if he scouted it was a proxy gate or a proxy robo. Like he wasn't sure. Maybe I don't know. But I like that. Then he was going for the smartest play of them all. Just hold on and wait until the French surrender, which apparently works quite often. But this one time it didn't work, unfortunately. We also saw some banger, in my opinion, moves from Ardent. I really like when he went DT well ahead and against a robo first, with an observer which he saw. In my opinion, that shows him the depth of tactical knowledge. Why? Because then he sent a DT in the top right base, which was never taken, but he was already predicting the future. So it was like already, okay, if this game doesn't end by like 3 minutes, it's going to eventually expand, and I'm going to snipe that fourth base before it even goes up. That's called predicting, guys. This is why this is a high-level game. It's like the chess grandmasters, which are already 20 moves ahead. Then he goes for the random DT play with the 4 DTs walking in, and unfortunately, Maz is just loose. In my opinion, low testosterone. Real gamer would have gone for a bigger all-in. I like the first game. I thought it was somewhat fun. Second game, Mousy, man. You know how you counter 3-gate? You go 4-gate yourself, because 4, as I've learned with my math degree, is more than 3. So 4 gates are mathematically better than 3, and you can just counter with more stalkers than your opponent. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna all-in you, and you go, no, you are getting all-in. Unfortunately, he was trying to macro. That's a critical mistake. I've said this many times. Trying to macro, it's always a critical mistake. And
Marimba was giving me some coaching
advice,
advice, and that advice is always making workers is a mistake.
Making workers is a mistake. Making next is a mistake. And if you're making a next, come on, get like 2 batteries, bro. Fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an unfortunate series. I mean, like the Mousy was saying, he was having some, he wasn't feeling very well today, so obviously it was affecting his play, but yeah, hopefully he can be feeling better for next time that he plays. But yeah, so we're going to be going into the second match, which is going to be Bulmyolja versus Heroku. What are we thinking about that character?
I don't remember what I predicted.
Lorenzo, you are not character.
Sorry.
But listen, he's character number 2. He's Italian character, so he's better in every way, and also funnier. And also Mario looking. I don't know.
Anyways, character, your thoughts?
No thoughts, empty head. No. Is Bulmyolja versus Heroku ZVZ?
It is PVZ, actually. He did,
Oh, it's PVZ.
well, Milja
Wait,
has
Aroku
yet
is
to...
Zerg?
Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm
Wait.
thinking of Lock. Never mind. Okay, yeah.
What the fuck? I was thinking that Moji was Zerg and Aroku was Pro. Bro,
No,
you need
no.
to... Okay, next time,
Heroku's
we
always been a
actually
Zerg.
went...
Heroku has literally had Rogue in his name sometimes when he does his name change because he was a big Rogue fan. But I honestly don't remember how Heroku plays in ZVP. I don't know if he does like the 17 gas like pool opening that's
the
probably in the
Larimbo
ZVZ
build.
build. The Larimbo build?
Yeah, 17 gas, Ling Ravager on Lin. No, I don't know if he does that. I make Brooders and Infestors and Camp attacking us and mistake. Oh my god, so cringe. Okay, can I change, before the game, can I change my prediction to 2-0 for Bulm? Immediately,
Sure.
so effective immediately. Brooder Infestor, big cringe. Big cringe, what the fuck? Tarugo cheeses he lies, I don't know.
Holy
Yeah,
moly.
I'm gonna go with whatever Larimbo said, but instead I'm just gonna say that Heroku wins anyway, 2-0, easy.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Excellent.
I've played against Heroku, but only recently. It was only in ZVZ, and I lost 0-2.
All right, well, at least we know that he's better than you, so that's good information to have then.
Well, he better be. He's higher MMR than me.
Nice. All right, well then I guess we're kind of going on Heroku here a little bit, but yeah, it'll be hopefully a bit more not one-sided as the other series. Hopefully maybe we'll get a 1-1, but regardless, let's see what we get. I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Thank you for your thoughts, and I will see you soon.
No thoughts, empty head.
All right. We are heading into them, and these ones are going to be replays, as they were not able to be played and scheduled live, so a little unfortunate, but it does not matter because we are getting games anyway, and they've remembered the colors. Oh, it's so great. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. On the bottom right side, playing for Team Enpo, it is Mr. Bulmilja, whose name means immortal in Korean. At least that's what he thinks. He thought it might also mean something else, but he's pretty sure it means immortal. And on the top left side, playing for Team Azura, it is the one that was actually on the desk earlier. It is Heroku. Go me. Nice. Ooh, Bulmilja trying to go for the hatch block was actually denied. Was a bit late on that one, so a bit unfortunate. Won't be able to get that, but it's not really gonna change too much here, as it'll just be a pretty normal opener for now. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for sticking around after the raids and whatnot. I do appreciate you guys watching, even though this is not the most high-level StarCraft you will ever watch, but it is nonetheless still entertaining. But yeah, it's just kind of like a fun little community team league that we've been doing the last couple of weeks, and it's been pretty fun. It's been very funny games, some interesting, entertaining matches, some sick drama, and yeah, we've been getting some pretty interesting storylines going through it, but I appreciate you guys watching, even though it, again, is not the, this is not Cyril versus Hero right now or anything like that, but regardless. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? A Twilight Council in the wall. What the fuck? That is just based as all fuck. Bulmilja's just like, yeah, whatever. Go ahead. Fucking scout my tech. Try it. There you go. I'll fucking tell it to you. Go ahead. Defend it. I dare you. What the hell? That's insane. Extremely extremely based. Big dick energy coming out of Bull Mulch over here. Holy moly. We'll get the probe scout back in to confirm that there is nothing really tricky going on here.
Thank you.
I mean, surely it's Adepts. It would be even more insane if this was frickin' Blink Stalker all in or something. Dude, no joke, I was actually thinking that, like I legitimately was like, well, I feel like he's gonna just put the frickin' Twilight right in his face and then just do some crazy tech switch. Oh, it's gonna be a DT drop. Oh, wow. That's interesting, actually. I actually like that. I love seeing some good old DT drops. It was honestly like one of my favorite PvZ builds for the longest time. But yeah, I was really kind of expecting to see some crazy tech switch with him being so frickin' blatant about what he's going for. What is this wall as well? Oh my god, we got a Roddy wall over here. It's like a frickin' maze to get into this natural here. Oh yeah, we don't even, yeah, the other thing though, yeah, is Heroku, yeah, he doesn't even, he sees that there's no Chronos, he sees there's no upgrades, so it's like, actually extremely obvious what this build is. This is so funny. As the spores will start to get dropped. Yep. Well, there's that. Dude, I swear to god, this would have been so crazy if we just go like double Stargate Phoenix off of the Twilight Council. Because all the information shows that this is a DT drop. Or what if we just go 2 Stargate Void Ray and just sit and then just go straight up Void Ray Sky Toss. And then frickin' Heroku's over here trying to defend a frickin' DT drop that's never coming. Where is the prism? Holy shit, it's warping in the DTs at home, which is not exactly ideal. This is going to be the latest DT drop I've actually ever seen, but it will eventually get there. Well, Mill just sadly only sitting on 42 probes as well. We'll be needing to find a lot of damage with this drop to really make it worthwhile. He's going to try to go for the trickery of the Warp Prism in the main to pull all the units with the DTs in the third. I love this trick. It's something that I absolutely do all the time. Except I personally try to do all... I go for all 4. Because all 4 then targets the Spore Crawler, and then you just kill the hatchery for free. Oh, he actually did not recall that Archon. I thought he was going to recall it. That's actually terrible. Did kill quite a few drones, though, actually. So, was able to find the equalizing damage that I was not expecting to see at all. The classic so bad that it's good. What is this fucking adventure that these probes are going on to collect this gas? Holy shit. Oh my lord. Archons are back now to kill off some overlords and anything else that they can. Dropping right on top of the queens is a bit risky here, but a couple focus fires will be able to kill off some of the probes, but then, oh no! The queens from the back. Kill off the prism, forces a recall. Luckily, he did not actually use the recall, though. But actually, he had to make 2 more DTs to get this second Archon, I just realized. So, overall, not exactly the best situation for Womulja there. Dude, what is happening with all these probes? Jesus. We'll be going into a +2 charge Immortal Archon push afterwards. Did he get charged? Yes, he did. Okay. Getting the Templar Archives instead of just using the Dark Templar for more Archons is an interesting choice. 4th wave is about to be finished. What's our tech looking like? Going for the range upgrades, actually, as we're gonna focus more on the Roach Ravager here and not the Bane. as the +1 melee is only just starting. Kind of surprised at the no, not focusing on the Baneling upgrades there, but whatever. Boopity pop. This 4th base seems a little bit ambitious. Once these rocks get broken, it's going to be a bit difficult, but the sudden attack by Bulmulja will be able to catch some of these roaches, but I don't really know if his army is actually big enough to actually combat that. Although, if he was ever going to try to go for it, right then was probably it, as the Banelings were not quite ready, but he doesn't really know that. It's hard to know when exactly those will start popping from those eggs. Really bad engagement here, though, as the Banelings were not quite at the front, and now that they do, they kind of just soak up onto all those Archons. And these Immortals are just absolutely demolishing this Roach count right now. Not the best engage there out of Heroku. They still have a decent economy behind it, so they will be able to replenish that pretty well. But that was not exactly the best engagement, especially considering Baneling's speed is about to be finished very soon here, so a bit of an anti-timing. Yeah, it seems like Heroku is just kind of doing everything. Like, they are making Roach Ravager, Baneling, attacking with it, but then also trying to go straight up into Hive and Broodlords with a Spire. So it's like we're doing neither of them, though. It's like we're not just sitting back and defending and just teching up super fast, and we're also not just going full pedal to the metal and just drilling with lair units. So it's like we're kind of just doing both of them half-assedly. And that's actually giving Bulmulja a decent attempt to defend here, provided that he actually does round out his composition a bit. Getting more Archons is definitely vital to that composition there. Would love just a Zealot run by over to the 3rd base here. Just send a couple Zealots all the way up here over to this side would immediately destroy that mineral line. These Banelings have gone unnoticed, unfortunately, and what the fuck? Okay, I was about to say, still went unnoticed even after they attacked, because there is an attack going up on the left side as well here. Not the best positioning for Bulmulja. His name is so hard to say in a very fast way. But the Immortals are still just absolutely dumpstering these roaches. And somehow Bulmulja's still he's still got 61 probes. I mean, like, he did lose a lot right there for sure, but I mean, he's still not that bad on the probes. He's just right back on it as well with the 4 probe production from every single Nexus, so, you know, this is not looking good for him now. That attack ends up doing quite well for Heroku there. Especially with the Banelings over on the right, so seems like it's working anyways. I feel like you should go Viper here. I disagree. I don't know what Vipers would be doing in this army. No, I disagree. I don't think it's good. I think you just go full on, just more Roach Bane. And then eventually Broodlords. I think that's fine. I mean, his army is so small.
I love Gemini, you know?
Unfortunately, Bulmulja was losing a bit too much that last engage. While did leave him alive, did not leave him alive with much. And he just hasn't done anything after the DT drop. Like, if we had gotten, like, if there was just some Zealot harass going on to the right side when all this was happening, it would be making it a much more different game here. But the Banelings are going to be walking right on into everything as the Colossus even joins the fray. But now these Immortals, unfortunately, have seemingly met their match, but only Ravagers are left with the Zealot Warping coming in. We'll push them away for now. Don't want to leave those Ravagers very exposed. And we are going into the Broodlords, it seems. We are just kind of slowly getting everything. I mean, we are pretty far ahead at this point, but I mean, Bulmulja actually really caught back on probes here all of a sudden. He's got literally a perfect probe count now. Honestly, maybe too many, because he's only got 4 bases. But I mean, there's 0 creep on this side of the map, just anything. Yes, finally, we got a Zealot Warping going up to the top. Unfortunately, we'll get scouted by a group of Lings doing the same thing, and the maze is gonna get traversed here. But the army will be trying to go and attack over on the left side. I disagree with this. This army is just so small. I don't know what Bullmilja thinks he can possibly get done with this army over here. As the Broodlords are also out now, and with 0 anti-air, that's gonna be an absolute pain in the ass to deal with. The Zealots do deal with the Lings in the front, in the main base there. But the front is gonna get completely ravaged by the 2 Broodlord army. Oh man, the Banes. Oh, he's got nowhere to run! No, everything dies. Unfortunately, this was not the Game Heart or the WCS mod, so we don't see the worker killed, but 47 probes in total have died this game. These Broodlords just have no answer. There's literally 0 answer for these broods. Oh my god, so many banlings. Blink is only halfway done. There's barely even any stalkers out. And even then, blinking into Broodlords when you don't have any control over the banelings on the ground is going to be very difficult. The Disruptor, though! Getting a nice shot. He's gonna need a few more of those to have any chance of even evening up this game. Second one will kill a Ravager. But these Broodlords are not being touched. Blink is still not done yet. Oh my god, the +2 Banes. Woo. One Broodlord exposed will get picked off here, and the... Oh my god, he's just running the Stalkers forward as he doesn't have Blink yet, but that just allows all the Banelings to go into the rest of the army, and these Stalkers cannot quite do anything versus this Broodlord count. And everything else is absolutely getting demolished on the ground. Somehow this base is still alive. I mean, there's just so much back at home as well for Heroku. There's just an entire empire of Zerg all over this map. The upgrades through all this, though, have been quite good for Bullmilja. It is one thing that is kind of keeping him in it, making the trades not be the worst thing ever, even though they're pretty close to it. Whop. Whop. Counterattack? Is it time to just go across the map and say fuck it? No, we're trying to flank with an extremely small army. Not bad of a disruptor shot. I mean, I really feel like we should just be counterattacking at this point, but just trying to avoid the Broodlords. Oh my god, what? Just, that Corruptor just wanted to die. It's like, yes, take me. I'm done. I'm done with this fucking game. I don't want to see it anymore. What rating is this? This is the pool 2 match, so this is like mid, or no, this is like what, low masters? Baneling's getting off onto all of the units. And I mean, yeah, there's nothing here. There is nothing quite here for Bullmilja. So hard to say this dude's name. I might be able to speak some Korean, but it doesn't make it any more difficult to say this name in the middle of a cast. Yes, Bullmilja has 50 supply. The game is over. I am currently waiting for him to leave. Even though this is technically a replay and I can just leave anyway, but that is rude, I think. So I will not do that. But yes, we have Desperation Dark Templar trying to come in, and they will not do anything, as Heroku will get the first game in their series. Very nicely done. Oh wait, no, wrong side. That is the same team as Team Azura. We'll be taking a strong 3-0 lead to the start, and we'll see if Heroku can close it. That would be 2 0-4s in a row. But then would they be able to do the 0-6 afterwards? That is the question, because that's what my team was able to do. That's what we just did. But for now, it is 0-3. And on the bottom side of the map, needs to even this score up so that way he can send his final player into a situation to hopefully get them into an ace match. It is Mr. Bullmilja. And on the top right, winning the last game, trying to close it out for their team. It is Heroku. You already have a storyline? Excellent. Thank you, Rimbo. I am very much excited to hear. Once again, the attempted hatch block was a failure. Sadly, by Mr. Bullmilja. But yes, for anyone who's unaware, I'll say it again. This is the WTL format, which means that we are playing 3 best-of-2 series. They can either go 2-0 or 1-1. Every single map win is a point for their team. The first team to get 4 map wins, wins the match. But then every map is played regardless. So that way, just for map score and for helping with the standings. So we will get all 6 games regardless, but then if there is a 3-3, there will be a best-of-1 ace match that is played. And since one of these matches today was played live, that does mean that we actually have no idea if there will be an ace match or not. So there technically could still be an ace match that the players would then be deciding about who they would send out. And that'll be exciting if that does happen. But for now, it's going to be very difficult as Team Enpo has yet to get a score on the board. Bullmilja is going to try to make that happen here with this game. Adept coming out. I would be extremely surprised if he goes for the extremely high-test build of dropping the Twilight... Oh, wow, okay, well, it's almost the same thing as he's yet again just putting the tech building in the wall here. Right underneath the Overlord. Luckily, this time it is a Stargate, so it's not as impactful that it just gets scouted immediately. But this time, actually, it's kind of warranted, as there is a Ling sneak around trying to get enacted here. Which, I mean... yeah, I mean, it's a 19 drone speed Ling all-in attempt here by Heroku. And it seems like something has tripped Bullmilja off, as he is completely anticipating it. Going for the back wall as well. Look at this insane wall off right here, and even getting a second choke point here. Going straight for the Void Ray. And the Lings are getting right up on with a sentry as well. Holy shit, Bullmilja somehow with the insane reads saw something. I actually literally am in a replay so I could actually back up to find out what he saw, and I actually want to do that because I'm just straight up curious. I apologize for breaking your immersion. What did this probe see? Sees 2 Lings. No way you see 2 Lings and you blind counter this. What? The Adept comes out. No, it gets canceled. Holy shit! Dude, what is he sniffing to get this build? Holy crap! What the hell? What? What the? I mean, the gas timings? Like, what? You go this much of a blind counter off of only seeing the gas? No way, bro. What the? Jesus Christ. Dude, Bolmilja is a fucking mastermind. Week 1 also, he was just like totally blind. He like totally, oh, he didn't blind counter, never mind. He did get the probe scout, but he did just completely smack Gort's attempted mine drop into Thorol in as well. Literally, if I tried to read into the gas timings of the people I play against in frickin' Korean Grandmaster,
I love Gemini, you know?
And do what Bolmilja has done only off of seeing the gas, I literally would lose every game. Because those Zergs don't even fucking do anything with the fast gas that they mine. But I mean, yeah, that's going to be just insane for Bolmilja. An incredible read will leave him with an insane advantage in this second game here. I've seen a series where he does this setup every time versus lower MMR Zerg, and the Zerg goes all in on 2 base split times and gets blasted. So was it actually that Bolmilja was just lucky as fuck, and that his blind attempts of blind countering an early cheese was worked? That might actually be it. So he might have actually just not seen anything and just was like, never mind, I'm just gonna do this anyway. So yeah, actually, apparently, all right. So with that information, it seems like this is literally just a blind counter. It's not a read at all. So yeah, get fucked, Larimbo. Fucking told you. No way you can. There's no way you can react that hard off of only seeing gas. There's no way. You literally have to see something else. Slightly less drones, like one of the, like, you know, a little bit more lings or something. Like, no, there's no way you only look at the gas and go that hard of a blind counter with a immediate wall off, a sentry second, a void ray, like. Yeah, right. This double Stargate Phoenix transition, though, is kind of insane. I have no idea what this is. This is the most ridiculous transition I've ever seen. He's going straight into a fleet beacon and Templar Archives as well. What am I looking at? What the hell is this build, Bolmilja? This is a Protoss operator build if I've seen one. Doesn't blind counter anything, it just blind countered what Heroku did. Alright, Phoenix is coming on in, lifting up a whole bunch of drones, as this is the last thing that I'm sure Heroku was expecting to see on the map, given how this game opened. Yes, Lock. Classic Twitch chat moment of trying to say the caster's wrong when they didn't even see the fucking beginning of the game. Classic Twitch moment. Absolutely classic. Holy shit, that's a lot of banelings. But there are a lot of units here, but there's no cannons either, though, which is the big thing, which will be usually the thing that kind of deals with Bane run-bys the best, outside of Archons. But this Phoenix count is getting extremely high, and there's not much here for Heroku to deal with it. The Banelings are stuck on the Adepts for all eternity. Don't end up killing all that much. A bit unfortunate there. Holy moly, this Phoenix count is not stopping. We're at 14 right now. Holy crap. Is he gonna get range as well? Like, Jesus Christ. Holy moly, we're still making them. What the hell? What is this? Fucking Rotterdam is playing this game. Oh, he does have range. He already got it. What the fuck? I mean, when you have this many Phoenix, though, like, yes, Hydras do melt, is the thing. Like, Phoenix versus Hydra is actually an amazing matchup. Well, Milch is a huge Roddy fan. Oh, boy. I mean, that explains the Roddy walls, it explains the Roddy Phoenix, it explains a lot of things. It explains a lot of things. Heroku's gonna try to just go across the map anyway. Phoenix has come right back in. We'll be able to lift up the Queen and then kill off a ton of Overlords, as there's just so many sitting here, and it's completely supply blocking Heroku into the fucking... I don't even know, like, literally, it's like... there's not even gonna be a time when Heroku is not supply blocked for the rest of this game. Unless they just lose all of their units. Because that might just happen right now. The Force Fields and the Archons trying to choke up all those Banelings, and now the Phoenix come right in to lift up all the Hydras. As that likely is gonna be that, because almost nothing died for the Protoss in that engagement. "12 Hydras on the production tab, as well as 3 drones. Not quite sure what that's gonna do when there's literally more Phoenix than Hydras. And there's an entire other ground army to deal with as well. Looks like the series is not quite over yet, as the GG is called, and we will get a map on the board for Enpo. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Which means we'll be going into the next series in a much more interesting fashion, so it'll be a little bit more on the line there, which is very cool and interesting. But before we get there, we are going to hop on over to our analysts on the analyst desk.
Okay. Alright, okay.
Hello,
Listen,
hello.
we need to make some things clear, okay? Since here there was a little controversy around the second. Let's start with the second game straight up, since people think they know more about Zerg cheese than me. Alright, let's think about this logically. You are a Protoss player, you scout, you want to go Stargate anyway, or you have the option of going Stargate because you know how to play that. You scout early gas. What did he exactly do? He didn't invest into a second gate, he went into a wall Stargate, which is correct. The only debatable thing is the second pylon as a second wall. Like, that's the one thing you could argue is kind of weird. Everything else is a completely reasonable response. He didn't invest anything. The battery is good because the guy is going gas first. You're not going to be behind in a macro game. He went gas first. It's a gas timing, bro. What the fuck? Zerg economy is all about minerals. You cannot go gas first if you're not cheating. If you see a gas first and you play safe, you're always ahead. Always ahead. What the hell? Second pylon and sentry. Sentry is also completely fine. Gives you a scout. Gives you a lot of information. You can play it. Like, especially because he did it after the Stargate. Bro, what the hell? And talking, oh, if I play this in my games, I will lose every game. Gemini, what the fuck are you on, my man? Oh my god, I understand now why people lose against me. Because an average Protoss player is so greedy that they say fast gas, and they go, oh yes, I want to be like as greedy as humanly possible. Oh god. So, after talking about that, because I got triggered by like actual Zerg Twitch chat Zerg cheese experts. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the actual game. I like the idea. I didn't like the map. Like, link floating on altitude is a bit. It's a bit of a weird move, honestly. Like, that is not the cheese I would have gone for on altitude. But I like the spirit. Good game, really cool response by Bolm, actually. That was exactly how Rotterdam plays. Rotterdam goes next first every game, unfortunately, as I know very well. And he goes for a forge if he scouts gas first. But if he's opening like normal timing, this is what he plays. I really like the two base double target into Phoenix. That's actually so annoying to deal with. But you can also actually, I'm pretty sure, You can even put down a third target for that. I like the fast Phoenix range. I think you should have transitioned to Skytos once you saw the Hydras. It didn't matter because we were so ahead. So Boone was very ahead, so it didn't matter at all. It was not a problem. But theoretically, there the correct move is to go for that. Also, one little thing that I mentioned, I would have gone Oracle first. Always Oracle first against Cast first. Because if it is a Leaf Flood or a Pain Bass, for example, which could have been risky, even with that setup, the Oracle is so much better at dealing with compared to a Void Ray. Don't go Void Ray first if you're afraid of anything. Like if you're gonna commit to a battery, go for the Oracle. It's so much better. Also forces the Zerg to invest into Spores, which is even more annoying since you're on a low economy, since you are cheesing. Okay, that's the second game. If character wants to say something about it.
I don't know, man. I went to go put on coffee. I came back and then I saw a Roddy build, and then I don't know. I think Larimbo pretty much covered it. I think Larimbo pretty much covered it.
I'm glad that we have two analysts here to really break down the nitty-gritty going on.
No. Character came back. Funny story. Character came back in the middle of the game and didn't believe that the game started with chassis. I told him, oh yes, this game started with a Leaf Flood. And he goes like, no, there are too many drones, bro. You're capping. I'm like, no, bro, I swear. Yeah. Anyway, cool game. Second game was really cool. First game was even cooler.
That's because I play like a monkey and I make too many lings. Actually, no. I do the Larimbo thing, and I say that making drones is a mistake, and you just make more lings until they die.
Yes, based.
Yeah.
Well,
and if it doesn't work, then the game's over before 5 minutes or whatever time.
One last thing, Arocco. Against Phoenix, you cannot go. You cannot go Hydra from that position at all. You need to go Spire and play very defensive with Spores. The reason why is because first off, you are almost never getting a Hydra Lean to work if you are already behind and playing against Phoenixes, unless you are really ahead or confident. And second reason is that even if you make it work, as long as like 2 carriers are out with the new buffs, you just immediately die. So it would have been better to camp and go Spire, in my opinion. We would have been behind anyway, but I saw you be decently confident into Hive Tech. Yeah, this is also the worst map pool for the Hydras. Legoland is 100% correct here. The first game was actually way more interesting, though. I saw everything. Aroku fucking base build. I love the random, okay, I'm gonna make 50 roaches and go Hive at the same time. It's terrible, but it was meme level 2000. I loved it. Don't go roach bailing. It doesn't work, especially without speed. They get stuck. That was kind of weird. The bailings were tripping all over the place. Still kind of work out. I like the random bane run by that goes back because the gas was blocked. Random gas blocked, by the way, on the third from Bolmi. Another insane play, 300 IQ play. But the real moment where this game went from normal game to legendary moment is when Arocco goes for the proudest mind game I've ever seen. He goes for the brutal transition, takes a Greater Spire. The moment he makes a Greater Spire, he makes like 15 Ravagers and 20 Bailings and completely wastes all of his gas. And that is actually genius. Why? Because Bulmi sees that and thinks there is no way my opponent is going fucking Broodlords after he just used 1500 gas into fucking Ravager Pain. And that's where it's wrong. That's where the genius mind game comes in. Because Aroku knows that even one Broodlord is enough to win the game, since the other guy does not have any anti-air. So he doesn't actually need any more gas than 200, which is exactly needed for one Broodlord. And what can I say, bro? This is like some next level fucking chess championship shit. I can only just watch with these strategies are employed. I'm a big fan of Arocco. I changed my mind.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that we have some change of heart coming here, and Heroku's gotten new fans. Very nice. Excellent breakdown of the series, Lorambo. I kind of agree with everything you've said so far, but we do have one more series to go here, provided that doesn't end up tying it to go into an ace match. It is going to be, what is it? I forgot. It's Frogos versus Shiny, so there's no Protoss
Bro,
involved.
this is gonna be hype as fuck. Bro, this gonna either be the most disappointing game I've ever seen, or the most based one. I know how Froggy plays. I know how Shiny plays. They're both
I know Shiny
unbelievably
plays.
based.
Not Frogos.
Unbelievably based. Frogos plays 3 rack proxy, 3 rack Reaper every game. Now I don't know if he has something prepared. I would have prepared like a little switch, to trick those Zerg. But we're gonna see. It's gonna be based.
Yeah, and Shiny pretty much just plays standard and usually goes Lingbane Ravager and stuff. Pretty much anything you'd expect from a macro Zerg to play. So
Even in ZVT?
You know what?
ZVT, she
I don't
goes
remember.
Mass Larker.
Mass
They go
Larker?
Mass Larker.
Whoa.
I'm pretty, yeah, Mass Larker. They are like the biggest Larker fan ever. I'm 100% sure about that. I've told them many times that Larker actually fucking suck, but unfortunately they get told by the Terrans how good they are and they believe that. So
Okay,
that
well,
is legit versus
I
Mech.
have the memory of a potato, and what Larimbo said. Yeah, I've added. I don't know.
Negative information. Just kidding.
Yeah, negative value.
But
I'm
perhaps
spreading misinformation.
Perhaps this is where we will actually see the Super Mind Game switch up from Shiny into the Roach Ravager Bane. And then it ends up being super huge and goes, just wins the game. We'll find out, because we're going to be going into that right now. So thank you guys for your inputs, and we'll be getting the next series. We'll come back to you in a little bit. All right, it's very cool. We're gonna go into the next game here, but I just want to note really quick. This is actually very funny. I just took a look at this just because I was curious. But on the Twitch page for StarCraft, we literally just have Roddy casting WTL, and then there's the ATP Team League right next to it. It's so funny. It's like we literally have like the team league of the fucking world right now, and then we have my shitty little community team league happening right next to it. It just like looks very funny to me. I do appreciate you guys watching. It is very, very silly though. But we are going to be going into this next series, which is going to be, like we just said, Frogos versus Shiny. First map being Babylon. Okay. Here we go. So yes, Frogos is definitely a 3-Rax Reaper enjoyer, as Lorimbo did mention. We've already seen it this team league before, where they did try to go for that, but got completely blind countered. So we'll see if that ends up going on for this game as well. And on the top left side, it is in fact that man himself, Mr. 3-Rax Reaper. It is Frogos. And on the bottom, playing for Team Azura, it is Shiny. So Shiny is trying to play to end the series. Getting one more map win will do just that. Frogos is trying to keep the dream alive and do a 2-0 to force it to an ace match. That's basically our two situations here. Literally, Frogos has to 2-0, otherwise Team Azura will win the series. And he is not actually going for 3-Rax Reaper this game, surprisingly enough. We will see 0 3-Rax Reaper. At least in this game. And there's also no Protosses in this match, so my knowledge of what exactly will be happening is significantly lower. Because it's a shit map for it. Fair enough. That is definitely true. That is definitely a very good statement. We'll see exactly what they decide to do. Anyway, 8 Lings coming out for Shiny. Is that not more than normal? Was this a... Oh, this was a fucking pool first. I wasn't even paying attention. Shiny is expecting it to be an early cheese, but it is not because it's apparently not the best map for it. SEV will get the notification that there are a bunch of early Lings on the map here. And they are not going to be a surprise whatsoever, so this Reaper will be able to stay home and help defend this early command center. Would have been better for Shiny to kind of wrap these Lings around to hopefully get the Reaper across the map a little bit, but as we see here, they are right on in. And this SEV can just kind of hightail it out of there for a moment before the Marine comes and joins and just go right back to building that command center. And this is an awful opening so far for Shiny, as they will kill literally nothing. Sorry, they killed the Marine. But that's basically nothing. This is great? What? How is that great? We just lost 6 Zerglings to just delay a command center for a little bit. What? We take those. Yeah, this is being said by the person that frickin' tried to kill a cyber core when there was literally an entire open wall that could have just been ran right by and just kill every single probe. And then they, instead of killing the cyber core, they lost all of their units. And then again, instead of killing an SCV that was making a command center in basically the exact same situation, just clicked on the command center and then lost all of their units. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and say that my opinion is more correct. Oh my god, we have a Ghost Academy. What the fuck? I was too busy roasting the shit out of Heroku that I didn't even notice that there was a freaking Ghost Academy that got made. We're going to have ghosts coming out here. Followed, or just to group up with these Hellions. Now this is a push. What in the world is this? We got 5 drones over here to try to make a Baneling nest. Jesus Christ. The Overlord, though, will be able to see this ghost, and I'm sure Shiny is sitting here scratching their head, being like, what the fucking hell am I looking at here? Because there are currently 5 Zerglings on the map to help defend against this. And they don't even have speed yet. My gosh. Frogos is sitting here with 29 workers, but the most ridiculous looking army I've ever seen, to be honest. And it might just work. The Queens are doing a pretty good job, though. Trying to do this, but then the snipes do start to come into effect, and those are going to be very effective at killing off those Queens. As the Lings will also get roasty-toasty by all those Hellions. And it's getting very, very difficult here for Shiny to mount enough of a defense, as the Queens are trying to rally back down over to the bottom here, but yet another snipe is ready. But oh, the cancel on it, as it did take some damage. Very nice targeting by Shiny there. We'll actually be able to defend it for now. Their SCV count, again, is quite low. Frogos was not really, you know, you gotta cut something to be able to go for a crazy build like this, and I mean, the SCVs are definitely the ones that have been cut. $33 Lings is honestly quite a bit, but no drones have died. And now that the push was thwarted, it does allow Shiny to actually drone up quite heavily here. And get quite a few dronies ahead of Frogos. Oh, losing that Overlord is actually brutal. That is a supply block. As the Hellions are going to try to do whatever they can now to poke and prod and get any more damage. Gets a creep tumor. Finally, the first drone dies. With a bunch of lings will go with it as well. But we got 7 more on the way. So yeah, I mean, is Frogos just going to be gearing up for some big 2-base push here? Like, I mean, he's going for stim. Combat shield is going to have to come after, as there's only 1 tech lab on the barracks, so that's going to be hitting quite late as well. I mean, going for some sort of 2-base push with such late upgrades like that feels just not great. So surely we're going to just be kind of sitting back with a 3rd CC eventually, right? Surely. Yet here we are. Going for stim, or going for a stim attack. There is the 3rd CC. So we're just doing some little bit of poking here, while we try to get a 3rd base set up. Not quite sure how much this is going to do. The Liberator will help to force these queens back a little bit here. Kills off an Overlord. Once again, supply blocking Shiny. They were able to get a decent round of lings before that, though, but the Overlord production has been a bit lackluster, making it a little bit difficult. Mainling speed is still not done yet, though, so that is a very critical upgrade that is missing in this engagement that could really swing the tide if Frogos is able to make something of it, but it did already finish, which means that it's going to be quite difficult to push through this huge amount of Lingbane Queen, provided that they can get on top of the Marines, and they will try to do just that, as the first tank will die, the Liberator as well. The Marines trying to kite back as much as they can, but the last little Baneling, the Baneling that could, gets a massive shot on those Marines right there. And with Combat Shield is still not done, that is going to be a very big hit. God, I love this race, says Shiny. Hydras are out now as well. This is not looking too good for our boy Frogos. I feel like he definitely did try to commit there a little bit too much. Feel like maybe just doing a little bit of a poke and then maybe doing like a drop in the main or something like that, while setting up the 3rd base might have been a better alternative. But really committed to that forward push without combat shields, and no ground upgrades either. I believe 1-1 probably was done as well for that, although it might have just finished after the fact. I wasn't quite paying attention, as none of these players also did host with the WCS overlay, so I was not able to see when those upgrades were finishing easily. But regardless, it was a difficult spot, and I think committing too much there was a bit of a mistake. I'm not a Terran player though, so... Uh-oh. Oh, the rally. No! Yikes. What are these medevacs doing? I mean, this is just a rough spot. I'm not quite sure what else to say here. I mean, Frogos is quite far behind. His upgrades are not quite there either. His tech is, I mean, he's got ghosts, but it's like you can't even really make ghosts right now because you have no money. There is a double drop heading over to the bottom side of the map here, but there is a creep tumor that will easily scout that off. And Frogos, actually giving his opponent a little too much respect. Was anticipating that it would have gotten scouted from that, but it actually wasn't until just a little bit after, so he actually would have gotten into the main there without being seen. So that ends up not doing anything either. I mean, Shiny has got an insanely large army because they are completely maxed at this point and definitely could just kind of walk right on through. Attacking off creep versus Terran is always scary, yes, but with this 2-2 about to finish and a fully maxed army, I'm not quite sure what else there is to do, to be honest, unless we would just want to kind of hand the game over to our opponent and give them a possible route to get back into it. But perhaps she's also just waiting for the Terran to get a little bit impatient and try and walk back across the map yet again. When really, the only thing we should be doing is setting up for our defense, because there is now a massive flank, as I'm bungling my observing, and absolutely everything is getting deleted from the map, as Shiny will take the win for this match and also the entire series, as that does put it up to a 1-4 scoreline. But we will still be playing the second match as well, though, or the second game, because the map score does matter. So we have to see if Team Enpo can get a 2-4, or if it will end up being a 1-5 situation for them. So we are going to go into that one the right away. So we can see what happens. Ah, there it is. We just saw an SCV leaving the base quite early. Followed by another. Will there be a third? Or is it just going to be 2? Regardless, it is on the top right. The man, the myth, the cheeser, Frogos. And on the bottom left, who just won the series for their team, looking to try and get an even larger win for their team with a pool first again. It is Shiny. So yeah, you can't really trick Shiny, it seems. They are fully aware as to what is going on. The Proxy 2 racks, not quite in a spot that the Overlords will be scouting at least, so that is giving Frogos some amount of hope in this particular game. But it looks like it still will be Reapers, even though it's not going to be 3 racks, it still will be 2 racks Reaper. Oh, never mind. It is 3 racks. It's just like a really late 3rd racks. Weird. Okay. Never mind. Let's see what we get. Oh, we have a fast Roach Warren coming out of Shiny, who has not seen anything, so this is in total blind, a total blind anticipation of what might be happening in this game. SCV is trying to dodge these lings, and will actually do so to get into the main base here. And the Reaper will join up to defend it. So a possible bunker on the high ground will be able to get up here, provided that we can keep the SCV alive, but that is not actually going to happen there. Nice focus fire by Shiny to go back over to that SCV, knowing that it was quite low, and that it was unlikely that there would be a lucky RNG switch right at that moment. But now it's a bit difficult, as the queens are not quite out yet, and only just now will they pop to allow it a much easier defense. But the second SCV is already joined up and will be able to help finish up that bunker. Reaper is getting pulled back nicely, so that the way they do not die and can regen and join back up a little bit later. As the queen is getting dangerously low here, tries to get a last inject off before it dies. Spine Crawler was attempted as a defense here, along with the roaches, but you can see how much space this gives the Terran player, as there's just so much room for them to maneuver, as it takes quite a while to get this extra tech up. And the Spire Crawler only helps defend the actual base. It does not actually contest the outside area that the Reapers are able to move back out of. Oh. Does lose one. Oh my god, we're even getting a supply depot to help kind of mess up the wall and the movement here. Oh no, the Lings are rallying up as well. They're a bit disjointed, trying to get a surround, but they're not quite able to get it before the Reapers are going back into that bunker. And this is looking a bit dicey now for Heroku, or sorry, Shiny. Sorry, Hiroku. I saw your name in chat and said your name. And that is going to be that, actually. So Frogos will be able to get another map onto the board for Team Enpo, not dying without any sort of fights. And we'll be able to put it to a 2-4 in total, which has been the most common score, by the way. We've had an insane amount of 4-2s throughout the season of the All Things Protoss Team League so far. And that is what we will get yet again for Team Enpo going against Team Azura. Azura will finally pick up another map win after losing so terribly to my team last week. Ha! They will recover this week. Unfortunately, Team Enpo is on a 2-week losing streak and will actually be staying at the bottom of the ranking, it seems. Provided that alternate reality Team Iger doesn't just absolutely get 06'd, which I don't even know if that would even throw them to the bottom of the ranking necessarily. Actually, perhaps it would. Actually, I think it would, yeah. So yeah, unless Team Iger just absolutely blows it, Proletariat Esports, unfortunately, getting a 2-week loss streak will keep them down in last place for now. But to continue on with this, let's go back over to the desk.
What the fuck is it talking?
What?
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 Okay.
What is who talking about?
No, I'm talking to Shah. Okay. So let's get to the analysis right here. Once again, let's talk about the second game first, because it's been more interesting. No, both of those were interesting, but the second game was kind of cool. Very simple, very quick. Shiny played an insane gamble, in my opinion, went for pull first instead of gas first. They went like 17 gas accidentally. Not sure if they intended to do that. If she wanted to go for the Lambo 5 roaches. Not sure which was the intended build, but whatever it was, it's bad against Reaper. Anything that's not gas first is straight up worse than Hatch first against Reaper. Like pull first doesn't actually help you. Unfortunately, Frogos played his signature build, which is proxy 3 racks Reaper. You can know, by the way, fun fact, Frogos has a barcode on Europe. You can know it's him because he's the only player in the entire world ever that makes the bunker in that spot. I've never seen anyone do it with any build ever. The first time I fucking met him on ladder, I was incredibly confused by that bunker placement. Yeah, whatever it was, it's bad. For people asking in chat how to counter this, any gas pull opening works fine. 17 gas 16 pull works fine. 17 gas 16 hatch works fine. 17 17 18 works fine. Anything that starts 13 12 works fine. Anything that starts with a gas is a blind counter to this build. Shuts it down completely. You have to be careful not to lose too many drones though.
But you said what Shiny did was a build order loss versus the Reapers though.
Yeah, it's a build order loss, yes. Pull first is especially bad because not only do you not actually get any advantage for it, because queens do not actually defend it, there are too many Reapers, and your speed isn't any faster than a normal opening, but you also have 3 less drones. Your extra links don't help at all. They can be kited around forever, they're completely useless. The only nice thing is that you have that early queen, which you might use. Just the first queen early is useful to shut down the what's it called, the bunker. But in my opinion, the bunker is not really the problem here. Speed timing is everything. Pull first is good if they don't make links. No one who makes pull first makes 0 links, Iba. That's your imagination. Iba once again showing that despite being 6K, he knows nothing about non-standards opening. Let's talk about the first game, even more based, because not only that Shiny. Sorry.
I was gonna say the Hellbat all in, but without the Hellbats, you know.
Yes, unbelievably based build by Frogos, also by Shiny too. Shiny, Lerimo could probably argue against doing the railgun. I'm pretty sure he said 3 roach build is build order and win. Reagan famously said that 1312 has the same economy as Hatch first. Do I need to say anything more about his balance, about his theory crafting? Anyway, first game, Shiny goes for another insane build in my opinion. 14 overall, 14 pull. Sorry, never seen it before. If it's played by Ragnarok, then it's a bad build. Like you get, it's 100%. Ragnarok places is a shitty build. You can know this for a fact. Because I've never seen Ragnarok play a good cheese. I've only seen him play like the worst fucking cheese I've ever seen in my entire life. But anyway, it went poorly as expected. The 8 links didn't get that much damage. It was like the worst thing ever. It was still playable, as we saw. Then Frogos decided, you know what? You play a shitty build, I'm gonna race it with the even shittier build. So we play a Hellbastion with Ghost, except, and that's where you can see the 500 IQ moves from Frogos. We don't actually get a Armory. Now, I don't know if this was actually intentional from, like, I don't know if he just forgot the Armory or if this was a 500 LQ play. Either way, it went insanely poorly, as expected, one might say. So that's, I don't know. I think it was just, I think first game was just a show of who's more manly, you know? So Shiny started off strongly, by just proving the word. Huge balls of seals, and then Broco was like, now my masculinity is in danger, so I need to raise up, I need to raise the bar, and that's why he went for the cost build, in my opinion. That's my personal theory. Then he went for another mind game or mistake, question mark. So went for basically what is a 2 base all-in, except he got a third CC randomly. Tried to macro, then refused to turtle, clearly not a Maru fan, and just fucking died, I guess. Not anything more to say.
Awesome. Very good.
You heard Larimbo. Not really anything else to say. My job here is done.
Thank you very much. But yeah, so yeah, that'll kind of end it out there with the 2-4 character. Were you expecting this 2-4 results from Team Azura?
I believe I said. So I got the matches wrong because both Shiny and Heroku went 1-1 instead of 2-0. But I did predict the 4-2 in Azura's favor.
Yeah, so you were able to get that at least. So you had some
the random guess.
Foresight.
I mean, I feel like 4-2 is just a very common result. So it's just a safe bet to just like say 4-2 and then you just pick a team.
Yeah, we've had so many 4-2s. It is kind of crazy.
I still can't believe that Harden won 2-0. Like that's just unbelievable. I had this same guy who posted a screenshot of him playing 4-gate proxy, 4-gate Zealot proxied, and then said that this is actually a very easy to hold build, and that any Diamond Zerg can hold it. I'm pretty sure I died to that build in Grandmaster like at least 5 times. So there must be something that the Diamond Zergs are hiding from me that I'm not getting. 4-2 is like the most statistically most common result.
Getting exiled from the Zerg Cabal.
Yes. Yeah, they are hiding strategies for me.
Holy shit. Yeah, we got to get Larimbo on call with these alleged diamond zergs here. We need to. That's the key that we need for Larimbo to actually just become 6K. That's it. Well, anyways, that is the finale here of this series. Any final closing thoughts on what we think about how the games went today? Character.
I'm a random player, so I don't think.
Very
true. No, I'm just kidding. It's there's some pretty good series. I'm just
Larimbo. Bro, it's 5 AM, bro. What are you asking of character? This is torture. Let's completely stop talking about that. Let's talk about what I think about the games, which is clearly the most based opinion and also the right one. Cool games. I like the PvPs, even though Azura coached Harden into the cringe three gate. Like, bro, if you want to cheese PvP, play 4 gate, or 3 gate robo. What the hell, proxy robo? Like, there are so many cool cheeses. You go for the cringe macro cheese. That's such an Azura move. Like, you can clearly tell that's an Azura move because that's exactly how he plays. Then we actually got some Zerg and Terran games. Which is a first, since the last time we only played PvPs. We only saw PvPs. That was cool too. I think there was some good variety. I like both the ZVP and the ZVT. I like the builds. There was no boring games. Even the fucking Broodlord game was surprisingly exciting. Yeah. That was good. Cool games. Bunch of matchups. I think we covered the best matchups, except PvP, obviously, which I'm told is actually worse than that. Everything else is fine. Yeah, good match. I liked it.
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed yourself, Larimbo. It's the most important thing. Nice. Excellent. So, yeah, that'll kind of wrap it up here as we are finishing off the cast at 4 hours yet again. But regardless, thank you all for joining us at the analyst desk. I appreciate the amazing thoughts as always. And perhaps we'll get you guys back in again for another match.
1 second, before you close the stream, I'm told that the 3-gate article on Wikipedia has a Gemini replay. Is that true, Gemini? Are you a cringe lord? Are you the boss of the cringe lords? What the fuck, bro? That's
the
what
3-gate article
says.
on Wikipedia is a what? I don't even know. I don't even know that thing exists. That there's an actual.
I know there's a 3-gate Brood War. I don't know what you're saying.
Can you
I
link
vote in
it?
responsibility. Well, now we are gonna fact check this in real time. 3-gate Wikipedia, surely. Let's see quickly. Let's see.
Yeah, come on, say it. Let's see your evidence here.
Yeah, we want the evidence, bro.
I've literally never done that build though. I've literally never done a proxied 3rd gateway all in.
Yeah. Doesn't sound very Gemini-like.
Yeah. Cringe lordness on the light. Absolutely. Let's see.
All right,
I cannot find it, bro.
Say it. You found it?
No, I cannot. I checked the 3-gate speed Zeal and 3-gate Robo, but neither of those have your replay.
3-gate pressure versus Protoss. What is this?
Oh no, bro! Yes, the receipt. Oh my god, it is Patience versus Gemini 2020.
Oh, it's Patience doing it.
Yes.
We got fucking bait. Of course it's Patience doing it.
Of course it's Patience.
Of course it's Patience. Why the hell is this in here? Like what is this replay? What the fuck? What the hell is this?
This was bait. Yeah. Sorry, Gemini. Sorry. I got baited by City. This was my bad.
That's okay. I understand. Where the hell is this from, though? What the fuck? This is so random. What the hell? That's so funny. That's amazing. Anyways. Yeah, okay. Interesting tabloid at the end there, but whatever. Regardless, that'll be the end of the... Oh, you wrote it, Satan. That's... Okay. Wonderful.
Satan self-quoting.
What?
The proof I made the fuck up, bro. I was literally the one who wrote the article. Fucking legend, bro.
Where did you even find that replay, Satan? Because I mean, I had to have played that.
Bro, this is like the guy who you ask for proof and he links you to the Wikipedia article written by himself on the subject. Fucking legend.
Holy shit. Where actually though, Satan, where did you that had to have been like an ESL Open that I played that game in. Like, where did you even find that replay? I don't even understand how you were able to find this thing. It's just so funny. But yeah, okay. Well, I'm not the cringe lord. It is Patience as always. So that's totally fine. You don't remember. All right, excellent. All right, anyways, so yeah, let's wrap this up. I want to eat food. I'm hungry, so I will see you guys at the next time if you decide to join on up. Thank you guys for joining me onto the desk as always, and I will see you guys
Thank
later.
you for having me.
Later.
Of course.
Have fun. Bye-bye.
See ya. All right, that will wrap it up. Yeah, sorry that Larimbo was just kind of over-talking character there, but that is Larimbo for you. But we are happy to have our ecstatic Italian on the desk there. But regardless, that will be that. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate anyone who stuck around for the whole thing. It was very nice to have you guys all watching. But if you were on the VOD, then thank you for watching the VOD as well. And yep, thank you for watching. That will be the All Things Protoss Team League matches for today. We will get one more match tomorrow to wrap up week 4. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you are on the VOD, then you can just go ahead and find that VOD. Ha ha ha. See you later.